I sure am. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, let me just, because like today I'm gonna do a weird makeup and I'm gonna make sure that my little reference that I'm gonna use to help guide my makeup brush is uh is there because it's gonna be weird otherwise. Um yeah. Anyway, anywho, because like the reference that I have are so cool, but also, oh my god, like I don't want to ruin it. Some of them are like not exactly what I want. Anyway, ultimately, I think that when I'm gonna be done, it should look relatively cute. That's the goal. That's what I'm hoping for. It's gonna look cute. If it doesn't look cute, I'm gonna be very sad. But today I'm gonna attempt a Christmas makeup, and yeah, let's just say that it's gonna be weird as fuck, but it's okay. All right. Anyway, my little video of reference is there. My image of reference is on the side as usual, which is why I often look at my that way. My main screen where I watch what I react to is there. Let me just reload my chat. That happened. I never remember the fucking password. Oh, nice. Cool. All right. So, yes. That's what we are doing today. I'm excited. I'm excited. Also, what else? What else did I wanted to say? I don't remember, but regardless. So today this is a special get ready with me because I'm not gonna watch true crime or the usual Stephanie Sue channel. I'm gonna be watching one of her other channel, Miss Mango Butt. I watch most of the video on that channel off stream. But I was like, today, why the fuck not? You know, why not? I wanted to watch one of her book reaction or book retelling actually. Especially this book because I had no intention of reading it. But if she's talking about it, I don't mind because I do enjoy watching her content regardless of if I'm gonna watch it or read it or not. So that's what I'm gonna do today. And yeah, what else can I say? I don't really know. I mean, it's really just like a late night get ready with me. Joyeux Noël tout le monde. Joyeux temps des fêtes. All right. So, fourth wing. Girl must survive orientation to become a dragon rider, but everyone wants her dead on day one. Wow. Let's see.
Bada bing, bada bam.
Welcome to this week's Bacon a Mystery, Baking a Murder episode. And listen, I'm so freaking excited. We redid our whole bedroom. It's been a long time coming. We said that we were going to do this like 3 years ago when we first moved in here. It is now done 3 years later, and we're about to move out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're going to stay here for a very long time because look at it. This is not a set. This is not a back, like, what do you call it? Like a green screen? Some people think that like some of our things are green screened. That is actually a wall.
It's a blue screen, guys.
No, we painted our room blue, okay? So welcome to this week's Bacon or Murder episode. Listen, I do want to clarify something because this is the first episode in our new bedroom, and I did part 1 of Verity, and every single person in the comments was like, bitch, you stop it right now. Be fucking for real right now. I'm not gonna put up with this shit for a month, okay? So I listened to the comments
Hello,
and
S12.
we have switched over to another highly requested book and series. Please don't yell at me for this one because I'm going to finish it because I'm already so into the book. It's called The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. And I'm stoned. I've been waiting to do a BAM on this. This is going to be a 3-parter, potentially a 4-parter, depending on how crazy the ending gets. It's going to be uploading on Mondays, but it is a fantasy novel that has been all over Book Talk, all over my Kindle store. Literally, I cannot escape The Fourth Wing. I don't even know what that means. So I need to know why. This is actually a trilogy. There's 2 books already released, and I think Rebecca Yarros is releasing the 3rd one in 2025, so early next year. So that being said, I'm just going to drop you into the middle with no warning, no context, just our main girly pop, Violet. Everyone thinks that they're going to die on the first day of college. And you know, it's cute. It's dramatic. Oh my God, classes are going to kill me. I need to talk to people. I'm going to die. I have social anxiety. Yeah, well, at the Basquiat War College, half the students do die on the first day. Call it natural selection or call it, I took your tuition, but now I don't have to feed you because you're dead. Silly goofy. I don't know. Call it whatever you want, but this college is freaking intense, okay? In order to, you know, not die, thousands of new students will show up on the first day and they have trained for this first day since the day of their birth. Intense physical training, combat training. Violet, she's trained for 6 months. So like, yeah, she's totally gonna die, okay? She's dying right now, just walking up the stairs with her big ass backpack on. And to be fair, the backpack does weigh 30 pounds. The dorm that she's trying to move into has this rule that whatever you can fit into your backpack is all you have for the rest of the school year. That's it. And like maybe they give you some stuff, but those are your natural possessions. Your human possessions is what fits in that backpack. So Violet has shoved it with 30 pounds of books. That's what she's bringing. She loves books.
They don't have like
not even
Kindles
like
or anything?
No, are you kidding? They have dragons in this world, but they don't have Kindles.
Ah, it's one of those.
It's one of those. Okay, so there's like these guards lined up along the hallway at the top. They don't even say hi. They don't even look at Violet. I mean, I guess that makes sense. 50% chance that she's going to be dead by the end of the night. So what's the point in saying hi? Well, then. Now, Violet is going to knock on this big wooden door and she's about to. Like her hand is mid-air. This is the general's room, the headmaster, if you will. So this is a war college. This general is the general of the military, like a high-ranking official. But they also happen to be the headmaster of this college. It's like one of the most powerful people in the entire nation. An elite commander of the army, of the military. Before Violet can knock, she hears someone screaming on the other side. You do realize that she's gonna die, right? And you're just okay with this? Violet slowly reaches for the door handle, swings it open, and the force of her pushing the heavy wooden oak door open and her 30-pound backpack, she loses her balance. She trips into the room and she saves herself by grabbing the couch that's right in front of the door. And she's like, this is so natural. I just walk into rooms like this, okay? There's 2 women in the office. They're facing each other. They look like carbon copies of one another. One just looks a lot younger than the other one, but they have like the same aura. They're tall, powerful. They command a presence. They're practically glowing. Their skin is sun-kissed, but it's not from being at the beach. It's more so being in a war. If either of them walk into a strategy room or even a conference room, let's say they walk into fucking OpenAI and they sit down at the head of the table, nobody knows who they are. That's obviously not Sam Altman, okay? But they just utter the word water. You better believe they're going to have bottles of water appear in front of them. That is their energy. They have this unspoken confidence that is honestly borderline arrogance there. Very different from Violet, who is now leaning on the couch trying to stabilize her breath. You know that thing that you do when you walk up the stairs but you're with people so you have to act like you're not out of breath? Or when you go hiking with the LA girly pops and you got to act like you're not winded when they're just like hanging out talking about Erewhon and you're like... and you have to let it out. That's what she's doing right now, okay? So Violet is smiling sheepishly at both of them and they both look concerned, okay? One looks a little bit more genuinely concerned, like, oh no, are you okay? And the other one is like, are you okay? That's how they're looking at her. I'm fine, I'm good, guys. Violet turns to the older woman, the general, the headmaster of the school, who looks slightly disgusted at her lack of balancing skills and core strength. Hi, Mom. Then she turns to the younger one who's in a lieutenant uniform. Mira, I missed you. So this is her mom and sister. Violet has not seen her older sister in years. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Mira came to see her off for the first day of college, considering, I don't know, she could fucking die, plop dead today. So there's that.
What kind of school
Mira's
is that
smiling
again?
at her, but then she turns to her mom and her face is angry. She's the only one in the world that would ever dare yell at the general. Like even Violet, her other daughter, would never dare. Violet is a scribe, mom. You know it. Her whole life, that's what it revolved around. And then 6 months ago, suddenly you want her to train to be a writer? You know what that is, right? That's a death sentence. That's a death wish for your own child.
Oh, the mother is the general?
Yeah, the mother's the general, the headmaster of the school.
Oh, la la.
And now
She wants her
both
daughter
of them
dead?
are
Like,
staring
what
at
are
her,
we
and Violet
doing?
feels extra self-conscious. She's basically the opposite of them, okay? They're tall, she's short, they got toned muscles. Violet looks like she's one constipated poop away from snapping in half. Like she's gonna push a little too hard on the toilet and boop, her bone breaks. She looks very weak. She looks very frail. Like a constipated poop is gonna knock her out. They have this golden brown hair and sun-kissed skin. Violet, this is interesting. She looks like neither of her parents. She's got very pale skin, pale eyes, pale hair. Her hair literally fades into a metallic silver color at the ends. And it doesn't help that most of Violet's life she spent it indoors too. In the library with her dad while her mom was out there commanding things. I don't know, killing people in the name of peace or whatever, okay? Violet was always with her dad.
Killing people
That
in
is
the name of peace
before he
is
died last
interesting.
year. He was a scribe. He was a really, really good scribe. He was known as one of the great scribes. So one of the 4 quadrants at the school, I'm going to explain the whole thing in a second, but Violet actually grew up at this school that she's going to attend. So her mom started as an instructor, then she became a general, then she became the headmaster, and her dad was a scribe. Right? So this is the Basquiat War College. There are 4 quadrants or houses that you can join. The 4 are healer, scribe, infantry. Infantry is like the general army. And then you have rider. Guess what they're writing, bitch? Guess what they're writing? Dragons. They're
That
they're
big
writing
D.
dragons.
I mean,
big
that's a
D.
D. A very
They're
dangerous
writing
one.
dragons, okay? I'm
What do you mean
imagining
riding dragons?
they're riding the dragons.
It's not a metaphor for
Oh,
a dick.
they're riding, like sitting on the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yes,
keep
what else would you
hearing
think?
Oh
riding.
no, they're like mounting the dragon.
Oh, okay. So we got one more time.
Healers?
Healer. So they like put magic on people, heal people.
Yeah, they just be putting magic on people. Yeah, I think they use their skills and magic and powers to heal.
Okay.
And then you have scribes.
What is
So
that?
these are like your librarians, but they're very smart. I feel like they're pulling the strings. I feel
Yeah.
like they're always underrated, but they're like the intelligence group.
Strategy.
Because my youngest BB has broken both of her arms. Oh no, Josh. Tell BB that I hope she recovers fast and heal well. Damn, how the fuck did she broke both of her arms? But I still hope that you guys are gonna have a good holiday and a good Christmas. And thank you for passing by. Mwah.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
So they record everything in the history of their whole realm, their kingdom, and they have all the archives and they go through them and they're like, they
they're
always
writing.
log. Yeah, and they're reading and nonstop doing
writing.
shit like that, okay? They're basically historians, researchers, writers, storytellers, all of them on above, okay?
So that's where you would be at.
I don't know. Where would you be?
Me?
Yeah.
I gotta ride. I gotta be on a dragon, baby. What do you mean?
Okay, so then you have infantry, like the general army. So these are like combat folks, okay? They just
Oh,
be
no.
hand fisting, hand, foot, mouth
Nah.
disease and this shit, okay?
Can't be me.
And then you have the riders, okay?
Are they the coolest?
They're the coolest.
Okay.
But they're also, they die really fast.
Why?
Oh, because they ride
dragons
dragons.
really like to kill people and you can fall off. And riders like to kill each other. And then the other kingdoms like to kill riders.
But
Yeah.
they're
They're the hottest for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Are they the highest paid? Because that doesn't seem like a. I mean, it sounds exciting, you know, like riding a dragon, ooh, but also like debt. Are they like the most paid one? Are they like, do they have like insurance? Do they have some sort of like debt package? Like, I don't know, fam. It just feels like It just feels like this is a very harsh life. I don't know if I would like that for myself or for anybody really, but like mostly for myself. Okay, yeah, this one is lighter. That's what I'm gonna need. Anyway.
So I'm imagining the healers, they are healing with the innate powers. And I think healing is actually one of the harder ones to get into. Same with scribe and writer.
It's like
I think
medicine.
infantry is like the easiest to get into. And then the writers, they be doing all of them. They need to be strategic. They need to be quick. Their brains have to move fast like the scribes, but they also need to combat like the infantry members, and they need to know how to ride a dragon. That's why they're called the writers. They are the highest in the military social hierarchy. If you're a writer, everybody steps out of the way for you. You are a natural born leader, mainly because riders are bonded with a dragon. So at the end of the year, the first years, they get presented with I don't know what you call a group of dragons, but they get presented with a group of dragons, and the dragons pick a human to bond with.
Okay.
But they only pick ones that are worthy. So you could make it the whole year of school and not get picked by a dragon.
Like, do we know
Damn.
how big are the dragons here?
It depends. Some of them are massive. Some of them are so big that I am probably the size of one tooth on them. Yeah, you gotta ride them.
So it's kind of like the Harry Potter type of giant, big ass dragon.
Massive. They're not like the cute little.
Yeah.
They're like the
I mean, like
breathing
Game of
fire
Thrones dragon
dragons.
type
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like Game of Thrones dragons.
Cool.
there you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. And they also have a mind of their own.
Okay, do they talk?
I think telepathically to you if you're bonded with them, but I don't think they like sit down and th're like, "Hey, bitch."
So no English, no Chinese?
No, Jenny, I don't think they're like, "Ni hao, bitch." Okay. 我要睡, bitch. I don't think. Okay, so anyway, the riders are bonded with the dragon, and the dragons are notorious for just like lighting random people on fire if they get pissed off. And it's actually a miracle if a rider is alive, because most of the time they die early due to the nature of their positions. And of course, the general, the mom, she was a writer herself. She would rather die than watch any of her children join any quadrant other than writing. Mira tries to reason with their mom in the office. Dad would have wanted Violet to be a scribe mom.
So because she was a writer, she wants her children to be just as miserable just because she didn't die. She's like, I want to know what is the percentage of people who survive being a writer, because from the look of it or from the sound of it, everybody dies. She's clearly not a good mom, because if I was a mom, I would want my kids nowhere near the position of writer. I'd want them inside, safe, not riding in the sky on top of a giant beast that can barely be controlled, where she can be killed, maimed, burned to death. Why does the mom hate her daughter? Are we gonna get an explanation for that? Because I would like to know.
Yes, but your father is also dead. I doubt that he has a strong opinion anymore.
Okay, never mind.
Sending Violet to the writer's quadrant is the same as watching her die. You do get that, right? Just look at her. She's constantly injured from, I don't know, moving heavy books around in the library. She's not even tall enough to ride a dragon, let alone stay alive on a flying dragon in combat. Violet is standing there like, oh, shit. Okay, why am I laying down getting shot? I might not be tall, but I still have some dignity. Like, hello? I'm right here. Mira, Violet is small, yes. But if any of my children are capable of surviving the writer's quadrant, it'll be Violet.
Oh.
It's a very interesting thing to say. Maybe it's a compliment, but it's also an interesting thing to say in front of Mira, who is one of the most celebrated writers of her time, her older sister. She's going to be a legend. When her dragon, when and if she ever dies, she will go down in history as one of the greatest writers.
Well, damn.
Violet, on the other hand,
Need more
maybe
puppets.
she would have had a chance at going down in history as the best scribe, but not a writer. I mean, everyone in
you
the
go down
room
in
knew that
history
for a
as the best
fact.
scribe?
Mom, do you even care about Violet? Do you just want to bury another child? Is that what you're trying to do?
Another?
All three of them go quiet in the office. It always goes quiet when someone brings up Brennan. He's been dead for 5 years, but nobody really talks about him. Violet says, Mom tolerates me, respects Mira, but she loved Brennan.
Wow.
He died fighting in the rebellion, and a year after he died, Dad died from a heartache.
Wow.
So Violet starts glancing around, trying to figure out what to do, what to say, because it's getting real awkward. But her mom's eyes, they just go cold again. The general is back. The remorseless, cold, some would say very heartless general is back. Back to your station, Lieutenant. Get out of my office before I report your absence to your unit.
Damn.
Mira does not fight back. Instead, she straightens up her posture like a lieutenant, nods like she just took a regular command from any of her superiors, turns on her heel, and walks out. The general, Violet's mom, turns back to Violet, and her eyes kind of soften a little bit, and her voice goes a little bit quieter. Like, that's when you know she's going into mom mode. It's not even much. She's still the general, but it's like a little bit better, I guess. And she leans down. Soaring Gales excel. So they're Soaring Gales, that's their last name. We will always prevail. You scored in the top percentile for speed and agility for the entrance exams. Okay? Oh. She walks closer, and she brushes the silver hair from Violet's cheek. You look so much like your father. And then she turns it off. The general is back. Do not expect me to take it easier on you or offer you any sort of special privileges considering our relations. I will not be acknowledging you as my daughter for the next 3 years that you are in this school. I am your superior officer and your headmaster, and I will treat you as such. Yeah, okay, well, nothing fucking new. I feel like she was already doing that. Violet's like, got it. Good. Then I will see you at the threshing. The threshing is when the trainees of the rider quads, they're going to see if they're worthy of a dragon picking them. I'll tell you more later about it, but essentially there's a limited number of dragons and they choose the riders that they wish to bond with. But some dragons will go years without choosing a rider.
Oh, wow.
Because once they make that bond, it's unbreakable. So it's very important that a good dragon picks you too. It's very complicated. So dragons can live without a rider. They can live. Even if they bond with the rider and the rider dies, dragons will live. But if a dragon dies after bonding, the rider dies.
Oh, wow.
What?
The rider will die without their dragon.
What?
Once they've bonded, once that bond is severed, they're dead.
Dang.
What? That is okay.
Yeah, and it's like really intense. And it's a very big moment because the more powerful the dragon that bonds with you, you actually gain special magical powers once you're bonded with a dragon. They share some of their powers with you. So it really depends on how powerful your dragon is.
I see.
So it's like your power, the dragon's power all meshed together. And like if you get a really powerful person, a rider, and a really powerful dragon, you're going to be unstoppable.
Okay, I love it. Is there ranks to the dragons?
I think we're gonna find out soon. Yeah.
Okay,
so it's a big moment, but also there's no guarantee that no one even like makes it this far, right? You could die at any moment during training. They're both thinking that, but neither of them even mention it. This is as much as mother-daughter emotion as the general can give out. And with that, Violet is dismissed from her office.
How old is Violet?
I think like 18.
Okay.
Yeah, college.
At least she's 18.
So when she steps out into the hallway, her sister Mira is waiting for her. That lady is fucking insane. Shh, the guards are going to tell her what you said. What, you think the guards don't agree? The guards' faces, expressionless. But Violet would like to believe. They too think their mother is crazy, okay? Mira starts walking towards Violet's room. Well, okay, old room. Let me explain. Violet actually grew up at the school, like I was talking to you about. Like her dad was a full-on scribe there and her mom was an instructor, then the headmaster. So she's very familiar with the grounds. But now she's actually gonna be a student. So she's very certain for her whole life, she thought she was gonna be a scribe. But 6 months ago, her mom was like, yeah, no fucking child of mine is gonna be a scribe.
That kind of sucks.
Okay.
So Mira pushes her into the room and grabs her backpack from her. Ow, what do you do? Brennan did this for me and I'm going to do it for you. She starts emptying out 30 pounds of books, clothes, and other materials on the ground. Again, whatever you bring in your backpack is all you get to keep in the writer's quadrant. Mira looks disgusted. And take off those god-awful boots, Violet. Here, put these on. She throws at Violet's face, basically, an all-black leather outfit, skin tight, and a pair of writer's boots. And, like, Violet is dressed like a scribe right now. Like, she's got them flowy pants on. She's got a cute little sweater. She's ready to drink a cup of tea and read a book. Okay, she's not ready to ride a fucking dragon. She's like, what the hell, Mira? Violet looks down at the boots. They're her size, exactly, with rubber bottom soles. They're custom made for her. When did you look at the bottom of your current shoes? It's a death wish. Are you crazy? Is that what you want? Look at how smooth the surface of your soles are. You get up on that bridge in your current shoes and you're gonna fucking die. Okay, so really quick, it's called the parapet,
damn.
and I'm basically going to call it a bridge. It's a bridge, but the sadistic writer quadrant has a bridge that you need to get past into to get into their building on your first day. It's not really a bridge that you have to cross every day, because once you cross it, you're like on campus and all the other campuses connect into each other, so you can like go visit the healers without crossing that bridge again. But it's just a challenge. It's like your first day challenge, okay? It's 200 feet in the air and it's only 18 inches wide.
18 inches wide.
What
How
is
much
18?
is 18
Like,
inches?
yeah.
That's
A foot and a half?
Okay, so you have to walk on that without falling.
And the surface is a smooth, like some parts are smooth as glass, some parts are like pebbly stone, and it just goes on for a really long time.
What?
200 feet in the air.
Oh, never mind.
The theory being, if you can't even cross a bridge like that with rain and wind 200 feet in the air, with all the elements pushing your body to the side, swaying back and forth, trying to get you to fall, how on earth are you going to ride a dragon in combat?
Okay.
That is where a lot of the candidates actually die on the first day of school.
That's probably where
They
I would
fall
die.
200 feet to their death. An embarrassing, meaningless, anticlimactic death. Like, at least die in combat, right? Imagine if the general's daughter died on the bridge before training even began. Violet's mother would find her in the afterlife, kill her once more for fucking embarrassing her, and then come back to current life. Meanwhile, Mira is tossing book after book to the side. Wait, stop. I want all of those. I'm bringing those. Okay, then you can die reading these. Is that what you want? You're never going to make it past the bridge if you take these with you. Yeah, well, wait, that one's from Dad. Dad would rather you stay alive than die with his old book of folklores about dark magic powers that are coming to attack. The only book Mira lets her keep is the one on how to kill people with poison.
Damn.
Violet changes into Mira's clothes, skin-tight leather pants, a black shirt, and there's like this vest-style corset. It's black. It's a mixture of both. It looks like a bulletproof vest, but make it coquette, because it's a corset. You know what I mean? It also has hidden sheaths sewn diagonally along the rib cages for daggers. 4 of them, hidden, discreet, easily accessible. The corset vest is just plain black on the outside, but on the inside, it's shiny. They're not like sequins or glitter, but it's like it's a vest made out of snake skin, and the smell is unmistakable. Dragon scales. From Mira's own dragon? Wait, how? Aren't your dragon scales massive? Mira's now braiding Violet's hair at this point, and she's smirking. Well, lucky for you, I know a writer who has very special powers. He can make big things very, very small.
Wait, what is the thing? What is it? Dragon what?
Scales? Like their skin.
Like a skin.
Yeah.
So they took one of their like little skin and then
Yeah.
shaved it into like a vest.
Yeah. I think it has protection somehow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And anyway, I know a writer. Lucky for you, he can make big things very small. And lucky for me, he can make small things very big.
Okay, girl.
A disgusting shit.
Violet's-
Like in front of your sister?
Yeah, Violet smirks and Mira scolds her to keep her hair braided or chop it off. In battle, your hair is just a liability. First of all, it's easy to grab. An easy way to subdue someone is drag them down by their hair. And second of all, it's an easy way to spot your target. If someone is going after you, Violet, you're at a disadvantage. Nobody else has silver hair, metallic silver. Did you read through the
easily
rule books for
recognizable, I
training?
guess.
The other cadets can kill you at any point or whatever reason they so please. Or, well, they can try to kill you.
So it's like,
Except at night,
Hunger
Mira. When cadets are asleep, it is an executable crime to attack a cadet while they are asleep. I read that in Article 3.
wow.
Violet, I'm just going to tell you right now. There might be rules, but once you're in there, there's only survival and death. Competition is high. You're never safe. At night while you're sleeping, never. You're never safe. Don't get comfortable. So please wear the corset that I gave you when you're in bed and keep the daggers in there. And when
Bruh.
you're sparring during combat training sessions, keep the corset on you at all times. Wear it like armor. Aren't I technically not allowed to wear things like this? Like you have to earn the black uniforms? You're a Sorngale, Violet. Don't ever forget it.
So you have privilege, girl.
Basically, her family name is just hot shit.
So they get some privilege.
Yeah, she was like, fuck everybody. So the two leave the book slammed into the corner of the now empty old bedroom of Violet's, and they start making their way to the main entrance of the school. There's thousands of people gathered there, students, their parents. It's drop-off day. Their realm, Navarre, has 6 provinces, 6 districts, if you will. And every year, each district has to send a certain number of young people into the military. Now, of the group, each district sends, some of them are volunteers, some of them are straight up being punished for crimes like, oh, you committed theft, go fuck serve the military. Some of them are conscripted, meaning that they're enlisted technically against their will because they were just like randomly chosen, you know? Now, once you've been chosen to serve the military, you can now apply for the Basquiat War Academy. So that's like basically you can join the army, but you can also go to West Point, which is like the army school in the US. Which is, you know, you're gonna join the army at a higher rank and you're trying to make a career out of the army. You're not just like joining the army, right? I mean, you can make a career without going through like West Point, but still it's like a more official route, like school route to go. And technically it counts as serving as the military, but you do have to pass an entrance exam because most people do want to go to the academy and not just straight to the military. So you have to pass this entrance exam, which is written tests and agility tests, physical stamina test. Otherwise, you're just basically sent to the front lines of whatever battle as a shield, like a buffer between you and the cadets that did go through schooling.
Whoa.
The school itself is really beautiful, objectively speaking. It's incredible. It's built into the side of the mountain, the Basquiat Mountain, which I feel like I keep saying Basquiat, like the artist.
Painter.
Basquiat. I don't know. Guys, there's a lot of words in here. I
Basquiat,
don't know how
I
to
think.
pronounce. Like half the names. Can I just tell you something? Some of the people in this book, their names are like really crazy. Like the dragons have really crazy names. And then they're spelled all crazy. And then you got like random ass characters whose name are like Jack. Dylan. And then you're like, okay.
So what are you calling the dragon? Are you giving them nicknames?
No, I'm gonna try to call them by their given names,
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
it's really hard, and I'm gonna pronounce them however I feel they are pronounced.
Okay.
It's my world, and you're just living in it. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. So the school is built into the side of the mountain, which I'm sure at one point was to protect outsiders from coming in and harming the students. But when you're joining the writers, outsiders hurting you is like the least of your concerns. To give you context, there's just a line of wagons around the perimeter of the campus. They're black and they're just sitting there waiting because they know that there's going to be a lot of dead bodies today. They are there to whisk away the dead bodies.
That's crazy. So it really is like
My sleep schedule is crazy because I keep
mean,
staying up
Squid
late to
Game.
watch these shows that I want to do for BAM or read these books about dragons. And you know what? I have no regrets, but you should see my under eyes. They've seen better days. It's to the point where just concealer is not even helping anymore. I've just always been kind of self-conscious about my eye bags, but I started using this product from Thrive Cosmetics called the Brilliant Eye Brightener. Technically, it's not a concealer. It's more like a highlighter. So sometimes I'll even apply a little bit of concealer. Most of the times I don't. I apply this on top. It makes my eyes look so fresh and bright. Not to the point where it's distracting because I just use a moderate, nice amount and it just makes my eyes pop. Like, look at my eyes. Are they not like popping out of my skull right now? Like, if you want to get more of a low-key effect, I suggest using a lighter shade and just dabbing it a little bit on the inner corners of your eyes. Even when I do no makeup days, like where I literally don't wear any makeup, I use this shade Stella, okay? It's perfect for the everyday look. I will dab a little bit on the inner corners of my eyes and I just look so awake and refreshed. But there's 16 other shades ranging all the way to metallics if you want to get that bold, smoky eye. Thrive is the best place to shop for cosmetics though, because every product is 100% vegan and cruelty-free with zero parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. I can't even pronounce phthalates. Phthalates? That's how you know it's bad, because if you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't be putting it on your skin. And Thrive also gives back by supporting communities that need a voice. So when you support Thrive, you also support important social causes. Refresh your everyday look with Thrive Cosmetics, luxury beauty that gives back. Right now, you can get an exclusive 10% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/bake. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/bake for 10% off your first order. The two, Mira and Violet, they make it to the courtyard, and the courtyard now splits into 4 directions. Each quadrant has their own quarters and entrance, but again, they're all connected in the center, but like they have their own facility. So technically, you could be on campus and never leave your quadrant if you please. The infantry quarters has the most people, which makes the most sense because the barrier of entry for just like combat is the lowest. The healers are kind of hard to get into. The scribes are also hard to get into. You have to pass another entrance exam to get into the scribe quadrant. It's a lot. Meanwhile, the writers, they will walk not even just past a random door, okay? So all the other ones, they got these doors, they got these like fancy entrances. The writers, they just walk in through the base of a tower and then they climb up a flight of stairs 200 feet into the air and then they walk across a tiny 18-inch bridge to get to their quarters. You can see the tiny bridge from below, and it looks like a tightrope, especially from down there. Violet's eyes travel all the way from the bridge all the way down to the bottom, and smack. That's where she'd land. That's where she'll die.
Pretty much.
Mir turns to her. Don't lose your balance against the wind. Don't look down, and keep your eyes trained on where you're stepping next. Don't hesitate. You just have to walk across. And don't let anyone cut you in line. The longer you wait, the more you think about it, the more you're going to second guess yourself. That's how you die. By second guessing yourself. That's how you fall. Violet nods, but she's just taking it all in. Parents are sobbing, having to use all their willpower to pull themselves off their children, who probably have a higher chance at surviving an apocalypse than the riding quad. Mira gives her some more sound advice. This is not a place you make friends. You know that, right? You forge alliances, but don't ever mistake them as your friends, because they're not going to consider you one either. Violet nods. And one more thing, Violet. When you get in there, you find Dane Atos.
Who that?
Dane? Violet lets out a smile, and she tries quickly changing her expression to be a bit more neutral.
Right.
But Dane is the hottie with the body, okay? Violet is very excited to see him again. It's been a year since she last saw him, and those brown eyes and that like body yada yada, the 8-pack. Girlie is forgetting that she has a 50% chance at survival. She just wants to survive that D. She's envisioning his dragon inside of her den, and Mira is noticing. No. He's there to keep you safe. I hear he's been doing very well. You join his quadrant, but do not sleep with him.
Why?
What? Why would you even?
What's wrong with his?
I'm serious. Do not sleep with anyone a year older than you, unless you want everyone to say that you f***ed your way to protection and safety and into advancing. She's like, I'm serious. Do not sleep with anyone a year older than you, unless you want everyone to say that you f***ed your way into protection and advancing. That kind of reputation is going to follow you wherever you go, even after you graduate.
Well, damn.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Go fuck all the first years. Great sisterly advice. Exactly. Mira winks at her, and Violet smiles a genuine, carefree smile for the first time today, because she's thinking about dick, not dragons, okay? Until she notices one of the other candidates in line for the rider quad. He's got this mark on top of his wrist, but it looks painful, but it's too uniform and too design-centric to be a scar. It looks like the mark of a dragon. So typically, dragons will use magic to mark their riders after they've bonded with them. And it's typically a symbol of power and honor, an unbreakable bond, and usually it's beautiful for that reason. You wear it with pride. But this one, the marking is very chaotic. There's swirling all over, like white swirling with slashes all over. It feels more like a negative branding. Mira notices Violet staring. That's a rebel kid. It's a mark from the rebellion. All the children whose parents rebelled were given those markings in front of their parents' faces before their parents were executed in front of theirs. General Malgren's dragon did all the markings so that we can always spot them out amongst us. Oh, shit. Mira looks like she just had a vision of like the prophecy or something, and she didn't like the way it looked. What's going on? I almost forgot. Oh my God. Stay the hell away from Zayden Ryerson. What? Zayden? Yes, Ryerson. Zayden is his son. He's a third year, and he will kill you the second he finds out who the hell you are and what family you come from. Wait.
Bummer.
Ryerson. His dad was the great betrayer, the one who led the rebellion, the ultimate traitor. Mom had him executed.
Betrayer?
What is his son doing in the rider quad? That doesn't even make any sense.
Oh my God, I hope that this is a fucking reverse harem. Because so far I have 2 possibilities. We need maybe 1 or 2 more. And I'm gonna get my reverse harem. We got the son of the great betrayer. We got the hottie with the body yaddy yaddy that is older than her that she's not supposed to fuck, but we all know she most likely gonna end up fucking him. She needs like another even older one, maybe not too old, but slightly predatory, but like not too predatory one. And then she needs just a random one that is like not gonna be that important, but it's gonna be important like towards the end. I just have like a beautiful reverse harem image in my head building right now. And I'm getting invested. I love reverse harem.
Oh, you know where this is going. I see your little smile.
Bro, he's gonna be like so hot or something.
Of course he's gonna be hot. The son of the
But
great
go on.
betrayer.
Go on,
better
go
be
on.
hot.
You don't know. The plot twist could be that he's not.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
Anyway, she's all like, the children from the leaders of the rebellion were automatically enlisted as punishment for the parents' crimes. You guys are so close in age, but we didn't think that it would be a concern. Honestly, Mom didn't think that Xander would even make it past the bridge the first day, but he did, and he was chosen by a dragon. Somehow he rose to the ranks of a wing leader.
Oh wow.
That's fucking bullshit. After what his dad did.
I mean,
He has sworn allegiance to Navarre, but you can never really trust that. Either way, when it concerns you, I don't think it matters where his allegiance is. He's going to try and kill you. So get in there, get past the bridge, find Dane, and stay as far away as you can from Xander.
I know
Yeah,
she's not gonna
of
stay
course.
as far away from
They
Xander.
make it all the way to the door, and Mira turns to Violet. She can't walk her to the bridge or even
I
cross
wanna
the
meet
bridge with her and hold
Xander.
her hand. This is where she's got to say goodbye. Don't die, Violet. I can't be alone with Mom. And with that, Mira walks off, and it's just Violet
Well,
alone,
thanks.
surrounded by people who could technically try to kill her in the upcoming year. She's walking up the steep stairs that have no railing. It's a single file line with strangers. It's not the most pleasant, anti-anxiety inducing experience. The two people in front of her, they turn around mid-step, and the girl makes a comment. Tough reputation to live up to, no? Her sister is a famous writer. Mira's a famous writer, so it makes sense that all the people in the writer's quadrant would know her just by looking at her. So it makes sense. I mean, yeah, tough. Yeah, of course it is. So you're a Sorengale? Yeah.
What now?
Another guy turns around. As in the Sorengale? Violet just nods. Whoa, like the same as the general. They're both amazed at their proximity to the general's daughter, but a gust of wind comes by and they quickly do not care who's who because now shit's getting serious.
I thought they just go, whee!
They go, bye!
Boom.
How many people do you think have died by falling before they even made it to the bridge? This is a guy asking. Just counting last year, the stairs, 2, 3 if you count the girl that was walking on campus when one of the guys fell on her. Not sure how you would define the number though.
Bruh.
Okay, smartass Violet. Okay. The girl nods at Violet like, okay, that's a lot, but fine. We're just trying to make some small talk here. Geez, how many steps are here? 250?
Girl?
Some might find it annoying, but the girl in front seems to like it. She smiles. I'm Rhiannon, by the way. The blonde boy in the front turns around as well. And I'm Dylan. See what I mean? See what the fuck I mean? Okay? Xander, Dylan, really? Violet, nice to meet you. Violet was trying to keep it short because remember her sister was all like, don't make friends, make alliances. You can't just be hee-hee with everyone you meet. It would be bad for alliance making. But Dylan sees this as his opening to tell Violet and Rhiannon his whole life story about how excited he is to be here. His parents were stressed. They tried to convince him to change his quad into the healer squad, but then he refused. And Rhiannon is like, oh my God, same with my parents. They were trying to make me. And then Dylan is like, I bet you were the first one to volunteer for the writer's quad. After all, your family, they're like the most insane, right? Your mom, your sister, everybody knows Brennan died.
I wouldn't want to have to carry the weight of the reputation of my family on my shoulder. I would probably, first of all, I would probably ask my sister not to walk with me up to this, whatever the fuck they are right now. I would hide. I would stay close to the wall. I would lie about my fucking name. It's not like my mom is gonna treat me like a daughter for the next 3 years, so it's not like nobody's gonna know. My mom is sure the fuck not gonna act like she's a mom. So I would hide. Because, like, if everybody knows who you are and you're the daughter of the great general or whatever the fuck, of course you're gonna become a fucking target. That's kind of stupid. Very stupid. Why would you be, just shut up. Just pretend lie. No, it's not me. You must be mistaken for somebody else or whatever the fuck. Don't. At least that's what I would do. Because I have a survival instinct. And I feel like the girl who was not supposed to become a dragon rider and is now forced to try to become one, probably not thinking about that. But she should. Especially if she's supposed to be book smart. Girl. Survival instinct. Swear.
Yeah, well, I didn't really volunteer. I was voluntold to join the writers.
Voluntold.
So I'm
lol.
here. Oh, interesting. Normally, it's very fast to climb 250 steps, at least for people like this. But when you're in a single file line having to climb and you have to wait for people to cross the bridge or fall off the bridge for the next person to get on, it takes quite a bit of time. Time that Dylan spends telling them his whole life story of how excited he is. He promised his girlfriend at home that he was going to come home with a dragon, bonded to the baddest, bitchiest dragon in the world, and then he was going to propose to her on the dragon. He even opens up his collar of his shirt and there is an engagement ring.
How soon is he going to die?
Just sitting in a necklace.
Oh, that's cute.
For good luck.
How soon is he
but they're all
gonna die?
getting more and more anxious, and nobody's really listening at this point because they're getting near the top. And they look out, and the wagons that were waiting to whisk away the dead bodies, they look like ants, tiny little fucking ants. And another step up, Violet hears Rhiannon's shoes, and she quickly whispers, "Rhiannon, what size shoe do you wear?" "What? Hurry. I think like a size 8. Why?" "I'm size 7. Hurry and swap left shoes with me."
What?
Wait,
Why?
I'm sorry, what? Do it quickly. We need to hurry and have them laced before we get to the top. The line is starting to move again.
Have them what?
Laced up.
Oh.
Wait, I don't
Why?
get. Look at the bottom of your shoes. Are they smooth? You're gonna slip right off the bridge. Trust me. I'm a size 7. Your foot is gonna hurt, but the rubber soles are gonna keep you alive. Hurry, take off your shoe.
Wow, girl.
Rhiannon at first looks skeptical.
She's not even supposed to be making friends, and now you're gonna put your life at risk with one good shoes to help this random guy you just met who keeps yapping? Oh, I know she's the main character, but if she wasn't, I'd say she's probably gonna die first, because that's fucking stupid. That's actually fucking stupid. I'm sure it has a reason, and I guess Brandon is gonna be important. I don't know, is that his name? Regardless, this yapping dude is gonna be either dying soon or be important and become one of his her BFF or whatever the fuck. But like, still, why the fuck would you do that? That's so dumb. You just met the guy 2 minutes ago, and you're already trying to put your life at risk to help him. That's crazy.
And
Let him die,
confused,
girl.
then scared,
No
knowing she
offense.
chose the wrong shoe, but with a hint of appreciation. "You're willing to swap shoes with me? Just one shoe, and just to cross the bridge. I want it back later. Hurry." They quickly swap left shoes, and Violet feels a shove from behind her. The guy behind her fucking shoves her, okay? She almost trips. She steps forward, and now she's at the top platform before the bridge. And there are 3 guys standing there. They're all in black leathers, meaning that they're writers. They're like third years. And they're taking names of all the candidates before they cross. That way they know which names fell off, literally. Yeah, okay.
Lol.
It's like roll call. So their families can be alerted, and it's great. And cue the
Right.
K-drama music. Jawline appears. That's all she sees. This man looks like he has
Which one?
TMJ, jaw locked and fucking loaded. Pew,
The son
pew,
of the
pew,
great
jet
betrayer?
black hair, dark brows. Listen, if you don't already know,
Or the buddy yaddy
I'm
yaddy.
gonna tell you right now. If you don't already know, in fantasy books, blondies get no chance. Okay, this is the recipe. Blonde boy, brunette boy, moody girl, jet black hair, bad boy. Blonde boy's gonna make you smile. Jet black hair, bad boy is gonna make you whitewater Adventure Park slip and slide on your pants. That is all, okay? And he's tall. Violet probably comes up. She can't even reach his collarbone. He's just towering over her. Oh my God. He's got biceps for days. They should call his biceps the Andes mountain range, because the way it just be ridging up and down and it won't stop. It just keeps going. He looks like a sculpted masterpiece. His features are so sharp yet perfect. His mouth. Oh my God. Violet is 1,000% objectifying this man literally seconds before potential death and doom. She's just like, "I'm just a girl." He is the most exquisite man that she has ever seen in her life. At least she's gonna die having seen a hot ass dude.
Oh Lord.
There's even a scar. I mean, like, tell me the story of how you got that scar. He has a scar on his left eyebrow and it goes to the corner of his cheek. The way she describes it is like, he's scorching hot. The gets you in trouble and you like it level of hot.
I'm too old for this.
Violet is too busy fantasizing about whether or not his dragon breathes fire. She barely registers Dylan getting onto the bridge. "See you guys on the other side." The guy with the clipboard turns to the man sculpted straight from uranium. "Shall we prep for the next one, Ryerson?" "Excuse me?"
That's him.
Don't fucking tell me that is Xander Ryerson.
Yay!
Violet
the
is
son of
busy
the great
processing the fact that the
betrayer.
man she wants to choke her would actually enjoy choking her, because he would genuinely want to commit homicide against her, murder her, kill her. And now she is confused. When Rhiannon turns around, she's about to step onto the bridge and she says, "You ready, Sorengale?" Violet's breath stops in her throat.
He already knows her?
She glances up.
Well, that's great.
And now he's staring straight at her. And above his wrist is the rebellion mark swirling around. And there it is, in his eyes, pure fucking unadulterated absolute hatred. You're General Sorengil's youngest. Violet doesn't back down, because at least if he's going to try and kill her, he's going to have to look her in the eye while he does it.
I think he
and you're
doesn't
Fen
care.
Ryerson's son. He steps closer. He doesn't break eye contact. Great. She's going to die before even getting on the bridge. Like, how pathetic is that? She didn't even die on the bridge. Your mother captured my father and had him executed. And you know what? This just fucking triggers Violet. Because all that fear of dying turns into icy rage in Violet's heart. And she could feel her eyes shooting daggers at him.
I mean,
and your father killed my older brother, Brennan. So I guess you could say that we're pretty fucking even here.
I mean, she's got a point.
Not even close. Suddenly, Violet has no plans on dying. The anger and grief of her brother dying is fueling her. She's going to get across that fucking bridge because there's no way her sister Mira is losing another sibling. Violet is trying to get past Xander, but he's standing there, blocking her way onto the bridge. What? Are you going to kill me now? Before he can even respond, there's a scream. Ah!
Is that the yapping guy?
Boom.
Violet leans over to the side and sees Dylan flying off the bridge.
Yeah. I knew it!
The proposal boy's gone?
I fucking called it!
I thought you... Oh, proposal
He's
boy.
either gonna be a person or he's
Proposal
gonna die.
boy, all the way down 200 feet in the ravine. Violet doesn't even hear how he lands. He's dead. Xander doesn't even turn around to see who it was or how they fell. He never breaks staring at Violet. And now with his arms folded across his chest, he smirks. Why bother getting my hands dirty when the bridge will do the job? Get on the bridge. You're next, Sorengil.
And this dumb bitch literally gave the dead guy one of her shoes. Like, oh my God, I swear. I swear. I knew she was stupid. She may be book smart, I think, because she's always reading them. But that was so dumb. And now, I mean, obviously, again, she's the main character, so she's gonna survive regardless. But still, I'm still mad about that. She should have never given that man her fucking shoes. Ugh, what a dumb woman. Dumb woman.
Violet steps onto the bridge, and the only thing she is sure of right now is she's not gonna freaking die, at least not today. But the odds are really not in her favor, okay? It's starting to storm heavily the minute that she steps onto the bridge. The rain is coming down. There's a huge, like, periodic gust of wind that makes the trees down below look like they're dancing to a song that she should not be listening to. Or maybe they're swaying in excitement that someone's gonna fall and die and start fertilizing their roots. She steps out onto the podium leading to the bridge. One of the three guys asks her for her name, and she can feel Xander just staring her down on the side. Name? Violet Sorengil? Sorengil? As in General Sorengil?
God.
That's the one. This is exactly what Violet was dreading, because now everyone in the writer quad is going to either expect her to be as gifted as a writer as her mom, or a fighter like her sister, or expect her to be as strategic and smart like her brother, and she is none of those things. In that case, if they think she's that great, they're going to want to kill her because they don't like great competition. Or they're going to realize that she's none of those things, and they're still going to want to kill her just so that they can say that they killed a Sorengil.
Brutal.
Violet's
Either way,
ready.
she's fucked.
She steps out onto the bridge, but a gust of wind comes and she almost loses her balance. Her backpack sways to one side, almost throwing her off the bridge. She has to quickly balance herself, then tighten the straps around her shoulders. Close call already. She just stepped onto the bridge. The guy standing behind her in line smirks. Some fucking Sorengil, you're gonna get your whole wing killed. So, some context. The ones who make it across the bridge, they get sorted into wings. When you're basically like, it's like a team for a good chunk of the training, and everything in training is very life or death. You could die, and it's a common thing that you're only as good as the weakest link in your wing. This guy is implying that she's gonna get everybody in her wing killed. The clipboard guy asked the asshole for his name. Jack Barlow. Not to be confused with Jack Harlow.
Okay, Jack Harlow it is.
I'm picturing Jack Harlow the whole time.
Okay.
Even his voice reeks of arrogance, and Zayden's deep voice taunts her on the side now. Better get going, Sorengil. Interesting. So Zayden has a deep, confident voice, but it doesn't feel as arrogant. It feels very self-assured, more powerful. Jack, it sounds arrogant. Arrogance is when you have no idea what others are capable of, and you lose sight of your own incompetencies. But self-assured is when you know your weak points, but you still know that you can take on your opponent. It's hotter. I don't know. That's all there. That's the clarification. It's hotter. Okay. calm down. Violet needs to focus. Violet needs to get across to remain, like she needs to remain calm. That's the only way that this is going to work. She steps 1 foot forward, glances back, and there he is, moving in slow motion. Jack Barlow is trying to push her. So she bolts it. She bolts deeper onto the bridge, literally runs a few steps and realizes there's no going back now. Either make it to the other side or die. There is no chance to drop out and become a scribe anymore. Keep your mind busy so that your body can go into a state of flow and you can get across. The more you think about what the stakes are, the less you're going to perform. That's what her dad always told her. Violet starts reciting out loud random things that her dad would drill into her as a scribe. He has to take logs of everything that happens, keep track of history. So yes, he's a bit of a history buff. So she takes a step further onto the bridge. The continent is home to 2 kingdoms. Like, I love the way that the writer just like slowly slid in the world building here, okay? The continent is home to 2 kingdoms. They have been at war for centuries. There is no way to coexist anymore. Which, like, I see what you did there. Navarre is the kingdom that I am resident to, the larger kingdom with 6 unique districts. Peromiel is the kingdom we have been at war with. She's dizzy, but she keeps walking and reciting facts. On the other side of the Peromiel kingdom is a desert that is completely barren. Thunder strikes and Violet crouches down and the whole bridge and her body feels like it's shaking. Violet instinctively crouches, which helps not sway with the wind, but it's always tricky getting your center of gravity back up. She slowly gets back up and takes another step. Within our kingdom, Terrandor, the southern bordering district, shares a border with Peromiel, and they attempted a rebellion. They tried to succeed. It would have left our kingdom and our people completely defenseless, but they did not win. Violet glances back briefly to see where Jack is behind her, hopefully not on the bridge. She would like to see him 200 feet below, but no, he's steady. He's just standing on the bridge as if he's waiting for someone at the entrance of a school building. The wind is not even affecting this man, but why is he not walking forward? This is weird. Violet takes another few steps. She's reciting what each district in the kingdom is known for producing in terms of exports and natural resources when she hears a high-pitched scream, turns around to see Jack grabbing the next boy coming up behind him on the bridge, grabbing him by his backpack straps and throwing him off the bridge like a bag of sand. Bro. Holy shit. Then he turns around, makes eye contact with Violet through the rain and smiles. You're next, Sorengale. Get ready. And he starts taking big steps towards Violet. He's moving fast. His arms are in motion as if he's not on a bridge. He's just sprinting down a hallway. His balance doesn't even seem to waver, not even a little bit. And his mouth is turning into a sick little smile. I'm coming for you. You're dead, Sorengale. Violet starts booking it. Rain's coming down. She can barely keep her eyes open. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Are you going to scream the whole way down? His voice is closer, but Violet can't risk looking back now. She has to keep laser focused, keep running, keeping the balance on the bridge. She can see the other side of the bridge, the building, the opening, the open platform where everyone that's made it is standing, and another woman with a clipboard is waiting to take her name so that the scribes can record who died and who did not die that day. And Violet was not gonna forking die. Jack is screaming, come on, you should be thanking me for ending your life painlessly. It's better than when the dragons get to you, eat you piece by piece. The dragons might be insulted that you would even think that one of them would even match with someone like you.
Why is he so vile? Like, what's going on here?
I think his mommy didn't love him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Like, come on.
I know. He's got some mommy issues. Come on, Jack Harlow.
What's the song?
That's who's on the bridge right now. This is who's on the bridge right now. He said, I'm running. I'm vanilla, baby. I'm coming for you. Also, I hate this. Where did you get this? This is the worst fucking dessert I've ever had in my life. Anyway, Violet starts running faster. Her arms are just like shifting with the direction of the wind, and she looks like a well-oiled plane, just like keeping the momentum. She's got to keep the momentum. But every time, that is a nasty, nasty biscuit.
What?
They're like what you expect in like a 90-year-old Chinese grandma's house when you're like really craving some fucking Oreos or cookies, and then she's like, you want something sweet? And she gives you like one of those nutty, biscuity, not sweet, durian flavored, jujube infested.
Damn.
And it's like just not hitting the spot, and it's like in a metal tin. And you're like, I just want to go home and eat a fucking bag of hot Cheetos. Anyway, 10 more feet. That's all Violet has to do. And she can hear her fucking little heart pitter-pattering in her chest. She's pushing her body to the max and ready to lunge at the cold concrete. She can hear Jack's footsteps now getting faster and faster behind her. And he reaches his hand out to grab her backpack so that he can swing her off the bridge. And she pushes her body forward. He misses. She throws her entire body onto the concrete ledge and she makes it onto the courtyard, but barely. She's on the edge laying there. She spins around so that her back is on the ground and she seamlessly pulls out a dagger out of her corset, has it up against Jack, and he's about to lean down and grab her.
Good.
He's still standing on the bridge. All it takes is one arm to reach out, grab her by the hair, grab her by the backpack straps, hurl her off the bridge.
Never mind.
She's so close. He could honestly just push her. The only thing stopping him, she pushes the dagger a little bit deeper so he can feel it rubbing up against him.
Good.
The dagger is up against his testes.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, never
They
mind.
stay like that with everyone else
She
that's
just
made it
gained a
just
lot of
watching from
respect
20
back.
feet away because they're like, I kind of want to see how this plays out. Like, I kind of want to know the vibes, you know? But they're all scared. And then a man's strong voice speaks up. Well, Jack, it seems Cadet Sorengale has actually have you by the balls. Now, regulation
literally.
states that you cannot kill another rider during formations, which we are in right now in front of the other cadets. So formation is basically when any of the professors, generals, commanders, any of them are with the cadets, you can't kill another cadet.
So,
So you can't kill them in your sleep is what we've gathered so far. Like, you can't kill them while they're asleep. You can't kill them when any professors or commanders are around.
okay.
Yeah.
That's something.
So if you'd like to kill Sorengale, you'll have to do it on your own time, not ours. Or in the sparring ring if you want to help us clean up the blood. But there are no rules on castrating someone while cadets are in formation. So what's it going to be, Violet Sorengale? You going to leave our boy Jack a eunuch?
Castration.
Basically,
Castration.
castrate him.
Castration.
Damn.
Violet presses her dagger deeper into his pants. She hasn't drawn blood yet, but she so badly wants to cut off his little prized mini little gripes off. But that's only going to make him want to kill her more. Why does he even want to kill her?
No. What? Not if he bleeds to death. And also the pain alone is gonna make him fall off the bridge regardless. If I was her, I'd stab him in the nuts. Less competition, plus he looks absolutely unhinged. He already tried to kill her. It's you kill or you get killed. Stab him in the nuts. Let him fall. Move on. Again, that's what I would do. But I think she's probably too kind or whatever the fuck.
Right now in the fucking first place? First of all, I don't know. Violet looks at Jack and he sneers at her and asks the man a question. And what if I snap her neck the minute I get onto the platform, sir? Then we execute you on sight via a dragon. We don't have time for trials in the Riders Quadrant, so we'll throw you to the dragons. Violet looks up at Jack. So, are you going to listen to him? I have no choice, do I? He raises
Really
his
not.
palms up like a, there, look at me, I give up. Violet slowly lowers her dagger. She gets up
Don't.
and Jack steps onto the platform. He never breaks eye contact with her. And as he walks past her, he rams his shoulder into hers, almost knocking her down. And he stops and he smirks at her lack of balance. You're going to die in here, Sorengale. You're going to die. And I'm going to be
Not
the one
if I
to do
kill
it.
you first.
These people, like, knowing this is General's daughter,
Yeah.
are being that crazy. Like, they're not scared.
They don't care.
No, because the general can't do anything.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Okay,
free
the General
game.
can do anything.
Yeah, the general
but
would
at the
probably
same
just
time-
kill your parents.
Exactly.
Like, if I were a general and your kid killed my kid, I'm sorry, your parents are gonna die. They're gonna die today.
Yeah, they're gonna go on some like trip and
Yeah, they're gonna
then
go on a
gonna be
whitewater
seen
slide
again.
and never get off. They're gonna die. Yeah, okay, cool. Villain moment. Jack Barlow, Walmart Jack Harlow. Anyway, Jack Harlow, Barlow better get in line. If Violet had to place bets on who's gonna kill her first, it's not gonna be Jack Harlow, okay? It's gonna be Xander.
The son of the
but
great
Jack leans
betrayer.
in and breathes in her scent. Like, not in a weird sexual way, but in like a weird cadaver dog kind of way, like a hunting dog. Sir, just say you want attention from a woman, okay? You don't have to do all of that. That's a lot. Violet walks towards the main building of the Riders, and it's like this massive, dark, tall building. Especially in the rain, it looks like an underground villain lair just nestled into the side of the mountain. Just home sweet home. It's fucking terrifying. Suddenly, the adrenaline in Violet starts plummeting and she's no longer feeling like she's being chased by a homicidal grizzly bear in a cyber truck. And that knee that she slammed onto in the bridge is going to give out. She's in a lot of pain when someone grabs her by the shoulders and spins her around. Violet's got a dagger in the air, but it's just Rhiannon. Oh, sorry. We did it, Violet. She's so bubbly. Violet forces herself to smile. Yay, yeah, we did it. Her knees are about to give out in front of everyone. She cannot be doing that right now. But also, now that they both made it, can she even trust this girl that she almost risked her life for by swapping shoes? Rhiannon looks at her sincerely.
Wait, it's Rhiannon that she swapped shoes with?
I mean, there were at least a few times I would have...
Oh, I thought she switched shoes with the Dylan, the yapping boy, proposal boy. May he rest in peace. Never mind, she's a girl's girl. Fine. She gained a little bit more respect.
I would have died had you not helped me. You were right about my shoes. Violet smiles. Also, have you seen the people here? There's a guy just walking around with a full tattoo sleeve of dragon scales. Oh my god! Rhiannon loops her arm around Violet. She's trying to usher her inside so that they can go celebrate. But Violet, listen, the only place she's gonna go right now is face first into the floor. She's losing her balance. She's leaning all of her weight on Rhiannon at this point, and she's about to trip over when a tall man in full black leather steps towards them. Violet trips and falls directly onto his rock-hard chest. She almost broke her entire face because that 8-pack is made out of the hardest material in the world.
Of course.
Violet? She looks up, and there it is. She looks up, and there it is. Those eyes, those striking brown eyes, except there's a bit of harshness around them now. It's kind of hot. And his chest, like, was it always rock solid, like a coffee table? She's got her whole body weight on him, and he hasn't even budged, not even a slight loss of balance. And Violet smiles. Dane Atos, the boy she had fantasized about, had turned into a hot, gorgeous specimen. I love that she's like out here objectifying the fork out of these guys. Honestly, good for you, girly pop. Obliterate, objectify, and overcomplicate your life. Like, that has always been my motto, okay? And Violet is going to gag. She's going to throw up all over his boots. Oh. Dane looks pissed. Not even because she's about to recreate her lunch special on his riding boots, but what the hell are you doing in the writer's quadrant, Violet? Oh. Violet goes still. She forgets about having to throw up, and there's something about his voice. It's harsh now. There's a bite to it. Violet can't help but look up at him and smile. Dane, it's been a minute. She's smiling before the barf. Oh no, I'm gonna be sick. Dane quickly pulls her into a small alcove area in the courtyard so that nobody can see her get sick. That would not be a good look, okay? Hurry, put your head between your knees. It's a clear order. Also, he's kind of being mean right now. Like, geez, she's feeling sick and he can't even say it nicer.
Between her knees or his knees?
Her knees, you weirdo!
But
what?
Why is her head in between her knees?
Because it helps with not wanting to barf.
Oh, okay, got it.
Wow, so hot. Guys, anytime we flirt in front of other people, like if we ever flirt in front of Didi, the intern, who's no longer an intern, he's always like, Mom, Dad, calm down. Like, do we seem like boomers just flirting? Anyway, he starts rubbing her lower back. Breathe in and out. Big, deep breaths. It's the adrenaline. It can make you feel physically ill when it dies down. And who the fuck are you? Yeah, Rhiannon is also just kind of standing there. I'm
where's she supposed to go?
Violet's, friend? Will you fucking listen to me, Violet's friend?
Why is he so aggressive, dude?
Right? I know. If anyone asks you, tell them exactly what I said. She's having a physical reaction just from the adrenaline wearing off. You got it? Well, I don't really think that it's anyone's business what Violet is doing or not doing. So if they ask, I guess I wouldn't say shit. Besides, I could ask you the same thing. Who the fuck are you? Violet finally lifts her head up and she's feeling better. He's one of my oldest friends, which is kind of an understatement. Dane's dad is actually one of Violet's mom's most trusted advisors. So they've known each other through their parents since they were maybe like 5, 6. And Dane was there for Violet when Brennan died, when her dad died. Oh God, I'm gonna be sick. She shoves her head right back in between her legs again and the feeling was back. I mean, this is crazy. How is puking after I was almost murdered and thrown off the bridge by a homicidal maniac? How is that considered a bad, weak look? Like, why do I have to hide something like this? It would be a weak look because it's considered weak. Are you hurt? Did he hurt you? I mean, my knee hurts.
sure the
I
fuck
landed
tried.
on my knee on the bridge. Dane smiles. A bad knee is not the worst thing in the world after what she just went through. And he grabs her face and holds her chin in his hand.
Damn.
And he starts scanning her face left to right, moving it to catch the light. Are you sure you're good everywhere else? Yes, I'm sure. Are you wearing daggers? Violet nods as she reaches down to swap shoes with Rhiannon. Dane is like seeing this show. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Why would you swap shoes with someone that you just met and put your life in even more danger than it already is?
That's what I said.
Violet, do you trust this one? Violet looks up at Rhiannon. I mean, she could have easily, I don't know, pushed her off the bridge like Jack did to the other guy. Or she could have helped Jack kill her. But she didn't. She also didn't want people to know that she was sick. So, yeah, I mean, I
That
guess
doesn't
she
mean
could trust
shit.
her. I mean, at least as much as you can trust someone in a place like this. Violet nods and Dane introduces himself.
No, like seriously, she could just be playing her to gain her trust so she can stab her better later. That doesn't really mean anything, which is why I was against her lending her fucking shoes in the first place.
I'm Dane, leader of the 2nd Squad Flame Section 2nd Wing. Both the girls look impressed. Violet looks a little more confused. To get up to the ranks of squad leader by your 2nd year, that's almost unheard of. There's not a lot of ranks in the Rider Quadrant because people are constantly plopping dead. So it's a lot of work to constantly give out titles only to have them die and then you gotta like fill the position again. Which means Dane must really know what the fork he's doing. Dane arranges for both of Violet and Rhiannon to be in his squad that he's the leader of. So the way that it works is in the 4th quadrant, there's 4 wings. They get broken down into 3 sections. So each wing is broken down into 3 sections. Then each section has a total of 3 squads. So squad.
Jeez. Okay, hold
So
on.
each wing has 3 sections. Each section of each wing has 3 squads. So a total of 36 squads, 12 sections, and 4 wings.
And he's the what?
Squad leader.
Wait, is that the very bottom one?
Very bottom one.
Oh,
But it's still very
I'm
impressive.
so sorry. Squat, and then what's above that?
Section.
Squat, section, okay, and then wings.
Yes.
Got it, okay.
Each squad has a leader, and every section has a section leader who's in charge of all the squad leaders. Then every wing has a leader, the wing leader, and they're the top guys in charge, minus the professors and commanders, I'm assuming. And there's only 4 of them, because there's only 4 wings. And there's about 15 people per squad.
So
Okay.
15 times 36. Quick math. 540?
540.
500,
But-
only 540 riders.
Yes, and these are like across all the years. So you have 1st year, 2nd year, and 3rd years. Yeah, and there's about 15 people per squad. So like these are the people that you're going to be with for the rest of the year. And picking that squad, who's on your squad, is very crucial. If you have a weak squad, that could mean the difference between life or death for anyone. Dane taking them in is, I don't know, is it really a good choice?
right?
Violet can't even get her knee right. She needs to wrap it after falling on it, and Dane is scolding her the whole time. Why the hell are you even here to begin with? You're supposed to be a scribe. What the fuck? Please don't tell me you're on some sort of ruin your life, kill yourself mission. Did you volunteer for the Writers Quadrant?
That's
Side
her
note,
mom.
so you know how the rest of the quadrants you can be conscripted and forced to join. The Writers Quadrant is the only one that nobody is allowed to be forced to join because it's basically a death wish. You have to volunteer. Yeah, because I'm dying to be here, Dane. Your mom made you do it. Don't you know? Every Sorengale is a writer, meant for the skies. Dane doesn't say anything. It's hard to say whether or not he's scared to offend Violet's mom because, you know, it's Violet's mom, or because her mom is the general. Dane leads her into the building to help finish wrapping her knee. This is the 2nd year floor, which means I'm not supposed to be up here. Don't worry, I'm not going to get you in trouble. If someone catches us, I can start moaning your name and say that I saw you and it was love at first sight and I was so overcome with insatiable lust that I just had to follow you upstairs to get a peek of what's inside your pants.
That's fucking
Dane
stupid.
rolls his eyes.
Don't fucking talk like that.
You can slam me up against the wall for believability if you
Why
need.
the fuck is she talking like
Dane
that?
rolls his eyes once more and he makes a twisting motion with his hands like this. And while they're standing in the middle of the room, on the other side of the room, the lock to the room clicks.
Oh,
You have powers. So to give you context, every writer, once they pair with their dragon, once a dragon chooses them, they're given some sort of power or sometimes multiple powers from the dragon. It's not really a gift. It's more just so like manifest. It shows up within a month or 2 after bonding. And it's typically because the dragon subconsciously wants to make you more powerful so you can better protect them. So not everyone can go like this and the locks lock. Like, you know what I mean?
is that like the only thing he can do? Like just this?
He can do a lot more, but she doesn't know yet. Now, the two of them are just staring seductively at each other. Like, there is this charged energy in the air. It is unclear if they've ever done it or how close they are as friends, but neither of them are hiding the fact that they want to boink. Yeah, they do. Violet is maintaining eye contact while shimmying her skin-tight leather pants off. Dane's like, I can turn around. It's fine. Nothing you haven't seen before.
Whoa. They're that aggressive?
Yeah, it's hot until she looks at her knee. It's no longer hot. For anybody else, a fall like that would have just been nothing. But for Violet, her muscles are weak. The ligaments that hold her joints together, they don't work well. And we have no idea why. I can't tell if she's being dramatic or if later on we're going to discover that she's at a disadvantage somehow. But her knee looks busted. Violet walks past Dane after she wraps her knee and she goes to grab the handle of the door to leave. And she's leaning closer into his face, and Dane comments that even past the bridge, Violet's tongue has not dulled, aka she's still a little smartass. But Violet is like, well, my tongue can do quite a few things.
No,
Girl,
she said that in the book?
She said you'd
Just
be quite
fuck
impressed.
already.
Making progress with your finances can feel really hard, especially when you get hit with like birthdays, anniversaries, unexpected bills. Okay, Tiger has like a new eye thing that's going on and we got to take him to the vet. He's at the vet right now. And it always feels easier to make progress on your financial goals when you have a safety net to fall back on. And Chime is the perfect safety net in my humble opinion. With the Chime checking account, you get features like fee-free overdraft up to $200 with SpotMe, or you can get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. And there's no overdraft fees, no monthly fees, or maintenance fees. Here's how it works. Set up your direct deposit into your Chime account. After a qualifying direct deposit of $200 plus, Chime will notify you to enroll in SpotMe. With an activated debit card, Chime will spot you up to your limit when you exceed your balance. Your next direct deposit is applied to your negative balance, and Chime never changes fees or interest for using SpotMe. What's also really cool is their boost feature. So an eligible member gets a complimentary boost to increase a friend's SpotMe limit. And when you give a boost, they can boost you back to raise your limit. It reminds me of when my friends used to send each other boosts in video games, but this is like the adult version that you can actually use to help improve your finances so everybody wins. Take more control of your finances and say goodbye to monthly fees. Open your account in minutes at chime.com/baking. That's chime.com/baking. Chime. Feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in SpotMe and are subject to monthly limits. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details. Both of them are just kind of staring at each other at the door, but Dane shakes his head back to reality because she's not supposed to be in here. It would be bad for both of them if someone caught them. We got to get you out of here. They leave all that sexual tension in the room and they start racing down the staircase. There's no railing on the side because of course there's not. And Dane is disgruntled again. He's a grumpy little forker, okay? I can't believe your mom would do this to you. Yeah, well, she's something. There's a doctor's office at the bottom floor and then a door that opens up to a passage that you can take to get to the healer's quad and then straight into the scribe's quad. Violet stops dead in her tracks. What? I can't do that. I'm sorry, why can't you do that? My mom? She's gonna kill us if I go join the scribes now? Violet, this place will kill you first. You can't stay here. Everyone will understand and the scribes will be more than lucky to have you. Violet gets it, but also she's kind of offended. So first of all, 15% of candidates don't make it past the bridge. She made it, so she's already beating the odds. She did accomplish something. Why is he treating her like she's gonna plop dead any second? V, I'm sorry. You did great. You fucking killed that bridge. But the second you get thrown into a sparring ring with another rider, you're going to be dead. And that's all before you can even meet the dragons. The dragons can sense when you're... What? Say
Weak?
it. Sense what? Sense that I'm weak? Damn it. I'm just trying to say, even if you get past to threshing, there's no guarantee that a dragon is going to bond with you. Last year, there were over 35 candidates who didn't get bonded. They need to restart their entire year just to get a chance at bonding again. Go through the process all over, risk death over and over again. I'm trying to keep you alive. If you get to the scribes now, you can still ace their test, get in, and have this crazy story of crossing the bridge and actually live to fucking tell it. And you can't count on me in here. I can't protect you in a place like this. Yeah, well, nobody asked you to, okay? Dane whips around on the steps, and he's on a lower step from Violet. So he's looking up at her, but the way he's glaring makes her feel like she's a tiny little mouse. I'm so dainty. Don't hurt me. I'm so dainty. Do you know what they'll do to you? Purely because you're the general's daughter? Do you know what a story that would be? They will take it slowly, too. They'll rip you to shreds bit by bit, and if they don't do that, the dragons will. Please. Here, there are only 2 options. Graduate or die. I'm giving you an out, so help me. I'm trying to save you.
She can't. Mom said no.
I can't. You know I can't. My mom's just going to throw me back in here to cross the fucking bridge once more. Either I become a writer or I die trying. That's what she wants, and she made it very clear.
Yep.
There's no way she actually wants that for you.
Oh, yeah. She's
Yeah, well,
surprised.
even Mira couldn't talk her out of it. Dane finally realizes Violet is not being stubborn. Like, why the fork would she want to die trying to ride a dragon? She's not even into dragons like that. Dane tells her to join the other first years in the courtyard while he thinks of what to do next. So the courtyard is this massive teardrop-shaped platform on the edge of the mountain. There is a wall around the edge about 10 feet thick. Violet walks out, taking in the storming sky and all the cadets that have made it. They're all either exhausted from the adrenaline or they're still pumped. She's scanning the crowd and she spots Rhiannon talking to another girl. So the girl's hair is super short, cut like Dane's. She walks over and Rhiannon smiles. Come, Violet, meet Tara. Violet turns and nods at Tara. Tara is interesting. She has the same confidence that Mira has. And she's as outgoing as Rhiannon. And the two of them are going on and on about how much they love dragons. And then slowly the cadets quiet down. The energy shifts and everyone glances up. It's like a presence has arrived.
Let me guess.
The
Mother.
3 riders from the bridge walk in, all black leather. Zayden is one of them. But he stands out. Like the way he moves, it looks like he's never moved out the way for anyone before. He's like a shark. And all the other riders, even the rest of the 3rd years, the same year as him, they look like little Nemo fish standing next to him. Violet wonders what kind of dragon he has, if it's big. No, really, like the dragon that he bonded with. Don't be gross. Don't be gross.
It's too late for
The 3
that.
riders stop and stand in front of the cadets, and a man walks up. Commander Panchak. Everyone hushes and his voice booms. 301 of you have survived the bridge to become cadets today. Good job. 67 were not as lucky. Everyone starts glancing around trying to gauge that number. 67 is a lot, and it's not going to stop. Likely by the end of year 1, a half of this group is going to be dead.
Yep.
Tara turns to Rhiannon and Violet. I heard he's just here so he can take Sorrengail's job, and then General Malgren's. General Malgren is the commanding general of all the Navarre forces, a step above Violet's mom. So she's like second in command. He is the first. He's top dog.
Whoa.
Violet's met him a few times and he's fucking terrifying. But Violet smirks. Yeah, well, Commander Panchak can keep trying. General Malgren's dragon gives him a signet power to see a battle's outcome before it even takes place.
Well, damn.
Basically, he can see into the future. How do you get assassinated when you're able to see it beforehand?
Wait, the top dog's dragon can see the future?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Commander Panchak's voice booms louder. You will now be put to the test. Your superiors will test you at every chance, at every corner. Your peers will hunt you down, and all you have are your own instincts. If you survive to threshing, where a dragon has the choice to pick you, if you are chosen by a dragon, you will become a writer. If not, you will not graduate. So let's begin. Let's see how many of you make it to graduation alive. Then the squads, the sections, and the wings are explained to the group. I will say this once. The 4 wing leaders have the final word. If I ever have to get involved in anything, well, just take my word for it. You don't want me involved. Your professors will teach you what you need to survive and excel. However, it is up to you to learn. With that being said, I have one final word of advice. Try not to die.
Yes, sir.
And with that, he steps off the massive stone podium and just walks off. Like, okay, Mr. puts on a show. Look, that can't be me. That can't be me. I can never have my mysterious walk off like that because I'd be coming back to the mic. Wait, before I forget. Wait, one more thing. Wait, just in case. Side note. After the commander leaves, the 4 wing leaders are left to sort out their new squad members. So the first wing is brought up into the podium. Section and squad leaders in formation. The 3 sections in each wing are the claw section, flame section, and tail section. I don't know what they mean, okay?
One more time?
Claw section, flame, and tail. Claw, Flame,
I
and
mean,
Tail.
those are all
From the
things
dragon.
related to
Yeah, and a
dragons,
red-headed rider with a clipboard walks up. Each of the new cadets will be called into their new squads. So each squad has a mixture of third years, second years, and first years. Jack and Tara are both sorted into the first wing in different squads, but the same wing. Then wing number 2 is called up, the second wing, and thankfully Xander is not the wing leader for that one. Dane is a squad leader for the second wing, so this is perfect. Violet and Rhiannon are going to be in the second wing under Dane and hopefully under him at night. Anyway, as expected, Violet and Rhiannon's names are called into the second wing. Flame section, second squad under Dane. Violet's standing there in formation while the rest of the names are called up. She's trying to enjoy some peace right now because it's formation. No one can kill her. I mean, I guess they could, but then they'd also be executed. She's just trying to soak in the vibes when she feels something cold on her skin.
Huh?
She looks to her left and Xaden is studying her like he's fantasizing about killing her right then and there. And she has the biggest impulsion to look away. It's terrifying, okay? But she meets his eyes and cocks her head like, so what? Then do it already. Xaden smirks, pulls his section and squad leaders aside, and they start whispering. And it sounds like it's getting heated. Whatever they're talking about sounds really intense. Rhiannon whispers, what do you think they're talking about right now? But before Violet can respond, Dane turns around.
How to kill her.
Shut it. It's not nice, okay? Like, I get it. Violet expected that he can't be nice to her in front of the others. But it was kind of mean, and she's just a girl, okay? You don't have to be so mean about it. And then the red-headed girl speaks up. Dane, your squad will be switched with Aura Banehavens. Dane stiffens, but he nods, and he turns to his squad. Follow me. What the fork is going on? His jaw is clenched and Violet wants to ask what's happening, but it's very clear because she sees where they're walking. They're heading straight for the fourth wing into Xaden's wing. Violet's spine stiffens while they take in the new formation, and there's a fucking arrogant smirk on Xaden's face. Xaden is now in charge of Dane and Violet. He could do whatever he wants to Violet. If she so much as breathes the wrong way, he can have her punished, and likely he could probably have her killed.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Wait, I'm so sorry. What rank is Xaden again?
Wing leader.
He's above
one of the 4
Dean.
top dogs.
Wow.
When the roll calls are done, everyone is sorted and Xaden turns to his wing. Each section, all 9 squads. Take a look around. Your squad, not your section or your wing, but your squad of 15 people. These are the only people defined by the rules of rider conduct that cannot kill you while you are here. But I assure you, they might want you dead, and others outside of your squad in your same wing will have incentive to hunt you down. So earn your place here, stay alive, and earn a dragon. As the cadets from all the wings start cheering for having made it past being a candidate to a cadet, Violet's stomach churns. She can't help it. She's not going to clap for the fact that 67 people died today. Like, that's too much. And then the loudest clapping noises start coming up like a storm, like it's echoing in the sky in unison. And then there's a gush of air and they look up, it's not clapping. Dragons. And they're fucking huge. Okay, so all these riders, they know that there's dragons, right? But dragons don't really like humans. You have to stay very far away from dragons. Dragons only like the humans that they're bonded to. That's it. Even if you stumble upon one, they'll likely just incinerate you for the fun of it. Just when Violet thinks that they're going to keep flying past and just fly circles, they stopped abruptly and they almost land straight down like a UFO. The wind that they cause almost knocks the cadets backwards because they're like bigger than the building. The walls that are 10 feet tall, Violet thought that they were around the courtyard to prevent the students from jumping, falling, or being thrown off. Or I don't know, from outsiders trying to ambush them.
They're foot resters?
One of the dragons lands on it to hang out, and when he lands, the rocks just tumble down from the perch. They're massive. Like one of them is the biggest one. It's this navy blue one. There's also a red one and 2 green ones. But
there's only 4?
There's many, but these are the wing leaders, dragons. They showed up to see.
Oh, dang.
And the biggest one is this navy blue one, and like you are like the size of their one tooth. Yeah.
That sounds great.
Some cadets scream in bloody terror because, you know, it's very cool to be a dragon rider and you think it's all cool and I want to do that until you see a dragon in your face. Just breathing nostril air is enough to take you out. Not just the smell, maybe the smell, but in the wind force, you know? There's a navy blue dragon sitting directly across from the 4th wing, Xaden's wing. And I guess Violet's wing now too. And a few of the other dragons, they're just staring. And the biggest one is the navy one right in front of them. They're just staring at the cadets, and you can just tell through the eyes of the dragon.
They don't give
They're
a
disgusted by them. Just pure judgment in their eyes. That's it. I already have enough social anxiety, and now I gotta be like, does that dragon like me? Does
Like,
that dragon hate me? Do you think the dragon likes me, honey? That's crazy. Like, dragons naturally hate humans. The only reason that they even bond with the human is for protection. They want to protect Navarre, not because they care for Navarrians or Navarre, but Navarre is the birthplace of dragons. There's a section called the Vale that none of the humans are allowed in, and it's the home of the dragons where they lay offspring. So it's more of a partnership than anything. The dragons also gain power to protect Navarre through the bond with the humans. So without it, I don't think the dragons would fork with any of these people. They would just incinerate them all. Yeah.
That's what I think.
Violet wants to throw up, though. I mean, they're beautiful, don't get me wrong, but the idea of riding on one seems absolutely unhinged, unfathomable. She turns to the wooden doors that lead to the rider's building, and the words are carved at the center. They're giant. A dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. So yeah, one of the cadets is so scared that they start screaming and is about to run away, and he gets incinerated. Basically melted ash on the grass because one of the dragons did not like that. So 68 dead now. Yeah, flames just come out of the dragon's tongue. And then 2 more gusts of heat, 70 dead the first day. Why did the dragons kill them? Because they were scared. They were trying to run away. They were trying to go back home. The enormous navy blue one looks straight into Violet's eyes. Oh, she's next. But you know what? She's not going to run like the other cadets. She's going to die. She's going to die standing right here looking at the dragon in the eye, chin held up. The blue dragon studies her for a second and then unsquints its eyes. But it's not a look of impressed. It's a look of, I'm bored again. Saved Violet's life either way. Okay, she lives to see another day. Xaden smirks and turns to the group. Do you feel invincible because you crossed that bridge and others did not? Well, don't. The first year, half of you will die. The second year, a third of you will die. And another year, the third year, another third will die after that. Nobody cares who you are in here, who your mommy or daddy are. Even Kintaru's second son died during his threshing. So tell me, how do you feel being sorted into the fourth wing? Do you feel untouchable? Like you did something? Like you achieved something?
Does he have to be so
Everyone
rude?
is quiet. Exactly. Another dragon incinerates another cadet, but only the bottom half of them. Kind of sadistic if you ask me. Xaden continues, because to dragons, you're nothing. You're not elite or smart or fast. To them, you're just prey. The next morning, all the cadets show up back in the courtyard to listen to the scribes. The scribes are... Oh God, how Violet wishes she was one of them. They show up every morning to read the death scroll, so there's that. Everyone that died the day before and during the night, so that's great. All the cadets are now in black, just not leather. Black is the uniform for a cadet, as well as the riders, but you only get the leathers when you start riding. Everyone looks slightly exhausted this morning. I mean, I think it's going to take some time getting used to sleeping in the barracks for the rest of the first year. There is zero privacy. You can hear every little thing all night long. It's basically one big open space with 156 beds positioned in rows. You only get a private room once you start the threshing and a dragon chooses you. It's a privilege. The second and third years are released to classes, but the first years are going to stick around in the courtyard. Dane turns to them. Stick together, first years. I expect you all to be alive when I check on you this afternoon in the sparring gym. Oh, shit. So of every few days of the week, they have sparring days, meaning everyone fights in the ring, and they fight to kill here. They also have mandatory gym sessions so that everyone can get stronger before the gauntlet. The gauntlet is happening in 2 months. It's a vertical course that you have to complete. It's like imagine like a marathon course, like an obstacle course, but it's only vertical. Everything has to do with height because you're basically riding on a dragon. And if you fall, you die.
Oh, it's like a rock climbing.
But probably shit's going on too. It's not just like climbing. Right. And that's when all the dragons will fly around and scope out all the new cadets and see if they like any of them. They're not choosing any of them, but it's just like an initial look. And do I like any of these bitches? Yeah. So... Great.
Oh, that's why it's called fourth wing.
Yeah.
They're in fourth wing. Makes sense.
So Violet needs all the training that she can get. And in Violet's squad, there's a guy named Sawyer. He's really nice, and he's kind of guiding the rest of the first years through the first day in classes and the academic schedule, because you also have academic classes you have to pass. Sawyer is technically a first year, but he's a repeat. So he went through all of this last year, but a dragon did not choose him. So he's doing it all over again. And honestly, Violet has a lot of respect for him, because how do you survive the first year, see everything that you see, experience everything you experience, and still decide to do it again? Because they don't force you to do it again. You could choose a different quad. Sawyer turns to the group. You have 20 minutes before classes start. 4th floor is the academic wing. Get your shit. Don't be fucking late. Oh.
All right.
Okay, Sawyer. Violet's about to walk towards the building with Rhiannon, but she hears a bird whistling. And she stops. It's Dane whistling. She knows that tune from anywhere. She spots him under a staircase, motioning for her to follow him in through the door. Rhiannon sees it too. Do you want me to grab your stuff from under your bunk and bring it to class?
Yes, please.
Sorry, do you mind? No, not at all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Violet runs over to Dane and they slip into the rotunda, which is like a cathedral. It's beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful spaces she has ever been, like a round courtyard. The room is 3 stories tall, polished marble floors, domed glass ceiling. It's nothing like the rest of the writing headquarters. It's incredible. The light is bouncing softly off the walls, the marble pillars carved into dragons as if they came in through the ceiling, crashing into the it's beautiful. And it's empty. Violet is soaking it in. She's read about it in the archives, but this is her first time seeing it in real life. Dane is trying to get straight down into business. We have a few minutes. How's your knee? Good. I mean, not good, but I'll live. Nobody's tried to screw you with you last night? Screw me? No. Why? Are you jealous? You know what I'm asking right now. No, Dane, no one tried to kill me last night, okay? Dane tries to redirect the conversation into one that involves Violet chopping off her hair. He's telling her that it's for her own sake, okay? Her safety. In the sparring ring, when someone grabs your hair, you're basically done for. They can just slit your throat. But Violet is like, oh yeah? Well, trust me. That's the least of my concerns because I'm going to die in 23,000 different ways anyway. So, you can go suck it, okay? But wait. Dane, why was our squad moved from the 2nd wing to the 4th wing yesterday? Dane's jaw clenches and he looks away. Just tell me. I want to know. Zayden. It was Zayden. He wants you dead.
Yeah, we
So
know.
he did this. So he can get revenge for what my mom did to his dad? Yeah, I mean, I guess I already knew the answer then. Don't worry, Violet. I'm not going to let him get to you. Yeah, well, thank you, but what can you even do about it?
Right?
He walks up to her and brushes his finger on her cheekbone. Keep a low profile, especially in battle brief. The class? What? Not the sparring ring? Look, nobody's gonna fucking kill me during history class. I think class is the last place I should be scared. What is Zayden gonna do? Walk up and bonk me on the head with the textbook? Stab me in the middle of battle brief class? It's the one class where all the first years, second years, and third years are mixed in together. And yeah, I wouldn't put it past Zayden to pull some shit like that. You don't get it. He's fucking ruthless, Violet. Why do you think that his dragon chose him? The navy blue one yesterday? The biggest one there was yesterday, the one that looks like it hates every human, judging them? Scale. She's a blue dagger tail. She's vicious. Look, don't get me wrong. My dragon, Kath, he gets riled up. He's a nasty piece of work. Red sword tails are known to be that way. But even Kath stays away from Scale. Violet studies Dane. Red sword tails are very powerful, which means his only power cannot be locking doors telepathically. What signet powers do you have? Some riders get some crazy ones. Fire, ice, water, control over the elements. And then there's the insane ones. Violet's mom can control storms. So great. Why couldn't she fucking make it not stormy yesterday?
Because she doesn't care.
Great. Commander Melgren can see the outcome of battles. What's Dane's? What's Xander's? Dane is quiet. I can read a person's recent memories. But not telepathically or anything. Don't worry, I'm not invading your space. I have to put my hand on the person's temples. Nobody knows it yet, other than a few generals. I suspect that they're going to put me in intelligence once I graduate.
Most likely.
Violet smiles. That is so cool. Yeah, I'm still learning, but I'm getting better at it every day. But yeah, I have to put my hands on your temples and I can see what you've recently seen. It's kind of an incredible feeling.
It's like an iPhone.
Yeah. They're having a cute little moment when the door swings open to the rotunda and, oh, shit. Zayden Ryerson is watching Violet, staring straight into her soul, and Violet feels her heart thumping in her throat. Her fingers are twitching. She's ready to grab one of her daggers. The marble floors. What a shame. The blood is going to stain them. Likely her blood, but like, what does it matter to her? She's not going to be the one cleaning it up because she's going to be dead. Dane notices Violet is in a trance almost. What? He turns around, makes eye contact with Zayden, and he smirks. Zayden yells across the rotunda, and now there's a few people in there.
Who's smirking?
Zayden.
Oh.
I already knew that your parents were close, but you two really have to make it so fucking obvious? A few of the cadets whip around to stare at Dane and Violet. Great. Word's gonna get out.
Yep.
Let me guess. Childhood sweethearts, first love. Violet starts running through the code of conduct in her brain. She turns to Dane. He can't hurt you, Dane. Wing leaders cannot hurt their own section or squad leaders without good reason, a cause. Article 4, Section 3.
Yeah, I don't think he cares
Dane
about
looks
that.
at her, eyes wide. Yeah, but you're not a squad leader. They both look at Xaden, and he smiles, and Dane turns to Violet. Run. Go.
What?
Run now. Violet turns out the rotunda and runs like her life depends
Already?
on it. Because it does.
Well, dang.
Wait, he's just gonna straight up start killing her
Yeah.
in public?
And that's where I leave you with part 1.
What?
Yeah. And I will see you on Monday for part 2.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I like this one a lot. I like this more than the furries.
The furry?
The fairies.
The fairies!
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
What the
Whoa.
No, I'm thinking like
fuck?
the wolf and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they are
They're
You prefer
furry,
this
yeah.
book
Yeah,
over
they do
A
get a little
Court of
furry.
Thorns
Yeah,
and
but I like
Roses?
this more.
You like the dragons?
kinda
For
Great.
sure. Yeah, dragon is much better. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I mean,
well,
there
stay
technically
tuned
is a
for
dragon
Monday for the
in the
next
court.
part. And I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Oh my god. I'm not done with my Christmas special deer makeup, so I guess I'm gonna have to watch 1 hour and 47 minutes. Well, okay then.
Well,
Bada bing bada bam.
welcome to this week's Bacon a Mystery, Bacon a Murder episode. Listen, we did take a 2-week hiatus. I don't know if any of you guys noticed, but however, I don't know what happened to me precisely, but my immunity decided to exit my body, whether it was through my crack, whether it was through my mouth, I'm not exactly sure, but for 2 weeks, every little thing was just knocking me out. I would eat rice water, knocked me out. I was so sick for 2 weeks straight. This house could have been ablaze and I would not have noticed. There could have been a dragon laying in bed. There was a dragon laying in bed. I'm just kidding. And I wouldn't have even noticed. That's how sick I was. But we're back with the BAMs, and I'm going to hit you guys with the next 3 parts of Fourth Ring, written by Rebecca Yarros in the next 3 weeks. Literally once a week, and it's going to be long episodes. So get ready. If you guys don't know, I already did part 1 that I'm going to link below, but it is a romantasy novel that was sold out everywhere because of how good it is. So let's just get started. I'm going to give you a refresher, a recap. In this world of Fourth Wing, there are 2 kingdoms. The kingdom of Navarre and the other one, I think it's called Promiel or something. Navarre has been in a 400-year war with the other kingdom who wishes to drain Navarre of all of their resources. So almost all the new civilians, when they reach a certain age, they either have to A, go into the army, which is basically a death sentence, or pass a test and get into the Basquiat War College. Violet, our main character, knew from day 1 that she was going to be at Basquiat because her mom is the headmaster there. But also, her mom is one of the most powerful generals in all of the kingdom. Her family is actually quite famous, the Sorengales. Violet's dad, who is now dead, bless his heart, he was a super famous scribe, which is an academic record keeper in this world. Violet's mom, Lilith, is obviously one of the most powerful people, like I said.
That's her name?
But Violet also has 2 legendary older
Wait, I have to
siblings.
scan.
They were both at the Basquiat War College. Then they literally went to war, and they're both dragon riders. Her sister Mira is one of the top riders right now. Meanwhile, Violet's brother Brennan was killed. He's dead. He was killed in a rebellion, but he was one of the best riders as well. So while they were at war, a group within Navarre wanted to separate and become their own kingdom. They're called separatist, something like that. Okay. So Violet's mom hunted them down and had them all executed, including the leader of the rebellion, Fen Ryerson. All the adult rebels knocked out, killed, and their children were marked with the rebel tattoo. They were treated like normal civilians according to the laws, but you're marking them. They have this relic tattoo that goes up their sleeve, and some of them have even more that goes up to their neck, and you're saying, no, we want you to live in our society like a regular person, but you're branded, so everybody knows that your parents were fucking traitors.
Is it like a sleeve tattoo?
Yeah, it's kind of hot. It's kind of hot, you know what I mean?
Bad boys?
Yeah, they're the bad ones, and they're hot. So they're marked, and they all get forced into the Basquiat War College, where all of the students have to choose between 4 quadrants. Can I say something about this, though? I will say this is heavy on the romance. light on the fantasy. So if you're someone who's really into a solid world build with no plot holes, none of that, this might not be your favorite series. However, it is quite enjoyable. So 4 quadrants that you go into. You can either go into infantry, which is strategic army fighting, the healers quadrant, which you guessed it, you heal, or the scribes, the academics, the record keepers, or you can go into the riders. That sounds like I'm saying riders like you're riding something, but no, they're like riding a dragon. They're the dragon riders. But if you join the riders, it's basically a death wish. The dragons are very temperamental and they only bond with humans because they need to both protect Navarre, since the dragon's dens are in Navarre. That's where they're birthing children, in the valley of, I think, Vale. But other than that, dragons hate humans, especially ones that they have not bonded with. They barely tolerate their riders. And every day, the cadets have to prove that they have what it takes to become a rider, which is very difficult to do. All of Violet's family were riders except for her dad, and she trained her whole life to be a scribe, just like her dad. But once he plopped dead, her mom was like, yeah, no, change of plans, you're gonna be a fucking writer.
Do writers look down on scribes?
Some of them do. No, she's this tiny, petite, super smart, but somehow also surprisingly super strong, super hot main character, fantasy novel all the way vibes. She's got this medical condition called never will I ever die syndrome. So,
main character.
Okay, that tells you everything you need to know. She will never die, even against all odds. So there's that. And now she's joined the Writers Quadrant, and her childhood best friend / love interest, Dane, has become her squad leader, and her wing leader is Zayden Ryerson. Does that name ring a bell?
Son of the great betrayer.
The son of the guy who led the rebellion, the great betrayer.
You gotta tell us the ranking again.
Yes, so there's 4 wings, and then within each wing, there's 4 sections, and then within each section, there's like a bunch of different squads. So she's in a squad. Mm-hmm. Then it goes into a section, then the wing. So
Who's
there's
the love? Okay,
her love interest, Dane,
Yes.
is her squad leader.
Squad
So-
is like tiny. Like,
yeah, he's the lowest of the leaders. And then above him, there's 4 section leaders. And then above them is 1 wing leader, and there's only 4 wing leaders total.
yeah. So the bad boy is the wing leader, and her love interest is only a squad leader.
What a loser.
Squad
I'm
is
just
only like what, 8 people? 16
underwater
people?
squat 9 people.
9 people.
9
Yeah.
people. Yeah, so anyway, the son of the great betrayer is her wing leader, and this is the man that led the rebellion, but also this is the man that Violet's mom had executed. So they got beef from day 1. She's in his wing, the 4th wing, but she also has to avoid him so that he doesn't kill her, and this is just not gonna go well. Oh, and everybody in the Writers Quadrant wants to kill Violet for the sheer fact that she's, 1, great at pissing people off, and she's a Sorengale. To take someone down as strong as a Sorengale, your name will be remembered forever.
But then the mom would just kill you.
No, because there are no
can't.
rules against killing each other in the Writers Quadrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's also no rule if I want a revenge for my daughter.
The thing is, her mom doesn't really love her like that.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
Otherwise, she
know.
would have not
So with
put
that
her
being
there.
said, let's get started. Okay, welcome to Battle Brief class. This is the only class that all of the writers have to take every single day. It's the only class that really freaking matters, because if they get drafted, because remind you, there is a war going on. They could at any moment be like, hey, can all the cadets can come and ride a dragon and kill the other side because we need manpower. They could get drafted at any moment. If suddenly there's an attack, they're going to the front lines. Now, Violet walks into this massive lecture hall, and it's big enough to fit every single cadet. It's basically a giant auditorium with tiered seating, and Professor De Vera will be leading the daily battle briefs. She's a captain in the Navarre military, and she's got this bright purple bob hair. And so you would think, okay, Slay, so she's going to be the fun No, she's not the joking kind. She just waits, staring at all the students to walk in and take their seats on the rock-hard wooden seats. And behind her is this giant 20-foot map of the continent. And it's probably the most intricate map most of the cadets have ever seen in their lives. Not Violet, though, because remember, she's the daughter of one of the highest in command for the military.
She's not like
Anyway,
them other
the map
girls.
looks like a military strategy map. There's a bunch of pins tacked along to show where the defense posts are located, where the enemies are likely laying in wait. Suddenly, everything feels so much more real in this room. When the giant hall is filled entirely with the students, Professor De Vera clears her throat. It is unlikely that you will be called into service before graduating. We expect that you will have all the tools necessary when it's your time to defend Navarre. Fight for Navarre. By then, you will understand the politics of our enemies, the strategies we employ to ward off constant attack. If that is not something that your mind can handle, then you have no right to be riding on the back of a dragon. The whole auditorium is silent like lady. We just woke up, okay? This is a lot. But if you do, if you are called, this class will matter. Everything you will learn will be important. Professor De Vera looks straight at Violet, and Violet can tell she recognizes her as a Soren Gale. So that's great. But she just gives her a curt nod and moves on.
Is it great?
This class will be taught by myself and Professor Markham. A man gets up and walks up next to Professor De Vera. Nobody claps. It's not that type of class, okay? But as Professor Markham joins Professor D's side, she turns to him and whispers something in his ear. And he whips his head around, stares directly at Violet, and for what feels like 15 seconds in silence in front of everybody, they just stare at each other. But unlike Professor D, he does not smile. He just keeps staring at her. He looks disappointed. So Professor Markham is actually from the Scribe Quadrant, and Violet was supposed to be his star student. She grew up under him with her dad. And he was so excited, and he just found out that she did not join the scribes. She joined the writers quadrant, and probably not because she wanted to, and she's probably gonna die. So it's basically a moment of silence for her death, her impending future doom funeral.
But
Yeah.
he likes her though.
He likes her. Professor Markham finally breaks his intense stare, and he clears his throat. It is on the scribes to master the past, to understand the information. Only then can we record the present events and relay information about the future. Everyone in the auditorium is still dead silent. Professor D walks over to the map, and she closes her fist once, and very elegantly, one of the floating lights in the room, they're just like floating light orbs, starts coming towards her. There was an attack last night at the Eastern Wing. The village of Chakir was ambushed by griffins and riders from Bravey. The Bravey, I'm assuming, are a group of the enemy kingdom Promiel that's at war with Navarre. But this is a big freaking deal. They're attacking civilian villages right now. Naturally, we cannot tell you everything that has taken place since this is an ongoing matter, for security purposes, of course. But what we can say is that our protection spells, our protection wards, have faltered along the top of the Espen Mountains, allowing their group to enter Navarrian territory. So remember how the dragons bond with humans. They essentially have a contract. The magic that humans and dragons have when they bond creates this protection spell around Navarre. But they just fucking broke that shit. Or at least a little part of it. Like, you know how in Harry Potter, they do the protection spell around the school, and then you can break a part of it and enter, but like the whole thing's not broken, but it's a whole thing, okay? And that is what just happened.
Like, very alarming.
Very, very alarming. And
It's
griffins, I don't know how they're pronounced. There's a lot of words in this one, okay? Griffins are half eagle, half lion-like creatures. They're not as large as many dragons. They're maybe like 7 feet tall. They've got these massive long beaks like an eagle. But imagine that, an eagle's face on a lion's body, paws and everything, fucking lion's mane and everything, eagle face, and then eagle wings, all in 7 feet tall. They're terrifying. They're not quite as powerful as dragons, but deadly. They're incredibly deadly. All of the cadets are either staring down at the floor or they're shaking their heads because, I mean, this is the first attack in 400 years during the war that Promiel has been able to get into Navarre. This is a big deal. 37 civilians were killed in the attack. The Eastern Wing riders arrived about an hour later and pushed the Promiels out. But we are not telling you this to ruin your day. Based on the information provided to you, class, what kinds of questions would you ask on the front lines? First years, ask me some questions.
First year?
Violet wants to ask how the hell the protection wards failed, but she knows she's not going to get an answer for something like that. That's considered high security clearance. The type of information that her mom wouldn't even tell her. So Violet turns to the map and she starts studying. The Espen Mountains are the highest point of the eastern border. But griffins can't fly that high. I mean, like I said, they got the body of a lion, and aerodynamically speaking, they're not the best at high altitude flying like dragons are. Come on, first years. You must have some critical thinking skills. Anybody have a question? One of the first years asked the question that everybody was too scared to ask. Is this the first time our wards have failed? No. Everyone in the class goes quiet because they didn't know this information. Okay? Dead quiet. Well, how often do they? That's above your pay grade, cadet. Next question.
Okay, dang.
Bro, you told me to ask questions. Like, how are you gonna piss on my question?
Another first year blurts out. How many in the Eastern Wing died? 1 injured dragon, 1 dead rider. Why do you ask? AKA, are you scared to die first year? Because if that's the case, this isn't the quadrant for you. There's a reason riders have the lowest lifespans in all the military forces.
But you told me to ask questions. I did what you asked. Now you're dissing me. Why?
You're taking this personally.
Yeah, because she's weird.
In the first year, it's like, oh, I was just trying to see if they needed reinforcements from the other wings. Violet turns to Rhiannon, which is, remember, her only friend in the whole place. Remember, Violet saved her on the bridge because they traded shoes with each other. They're besties, and they better not freaking kill each other. Violet turns to Rhiannon. Ask what altitude the village was at. What? Hurry, just ask. The village, what altitude was it? Professor D looks impressed, but Professor Markham answers the question. A little less than 10,000 feet. What do you ask? Just seemed a little high for a planned attack with Gryphons. Professor D smiles. It is a little high. Violet Sorengale, why don't you tell me why that's a problem? And maybe next time you can even ask your own questions. Every head whips in their direction. If they didn't know that she was a Sorengale till now everybody in the whole quadrant knows. Thanks. Okay? It's an illogical attack. Griffins are weak in that high altitude, meaning that they would have only attacked if they knew the protection wards would fail. And the village is about an hour's flight away from our nearest outpost. Why would they attack a random village? Professor D suppresses a smile. Keep going with that train of thought. Wait, you said it took an hour for the riders to arrive? Our riders? I did say that, which means they were already on their way. The minute that she says it, she realizes how dumb she sounds. Jack Barlow, the guy that's out to kill her, not because her mom killed and executed his rebel dad. No, that's why Xaden wants to kill her. Jack Barlow is just upset that he's not Jack Harlow. And for that very reason, he's fucking homicidal. I don't know, he just wants to kill everybody. I don't get it. Jack starts openly fucking laughing at her in front of the whole class. Dumbass, how the hell would anyone know that it's happening? Even General Melgrim knows the outcome of battles before it happens, but he doesn't know when it's gonna happen, you stupid bitch. God help us all if this one gets on the back of a dragon.
Bruh.
But Violet ignores him. She's embarrassed. This makes the most sense, okay? So Professor Markham urges her to continue, though. There is no logical way that they arrived at the village. Our riders arrived within an hour unless they were already heading there. It just doesn't make sense. It would take at least 30 minutes to call for help, and no full-speed squad is just waiting, sitting around in the middle of the night. Unless they somehow knew the wards were breaking? Jack scoffs. That is the most dumb-ass. That is correct. One of the dragons in the wings sensed the protection wards breaking. The wings were already on the way to the village, and had they not sensed it, the casualties would have been exponentially higher. After that line of questioning, Violet feels a little bit more confident, okay? The other years, the second years, the third years are called on to ask questions. What was the condition of the village? The voice makes Violet almost jump in her seat, okay? Xaden Ryerson. Was the village destroyed? In that case, that means that they weren't trying to establish their own base within Navarre. If they destroyed the village, that means that they have a different motive for the attack. The way that the village was left tells us a lot about the motive. The two professors, they nod in approval. Many buildings had been gone through and were being burned and looted. Then they were looking for something. And it isn't resources. That's not in the gem mining district, which, what do we have there that they want so badly?
Good question.
Professor De Vera nods. That is the question here, isn't it? And that is why you are a wing leader, Ryerson. You need more than just brute strength to be a good rider. You need to think, class. A first year is squirming in their seat. So what's the answer? What do we have there in that village? We don't know. We don't know. Okay, that's the answer Violet is thinking about when she's standing on the sidelines of the sparring mat after lunch, and Rhiannon is standing next to her, and they're half watching the two cadets on the mat, trying to basically kill each other at this point, half stressing because they're next, and they don't know who they're going to be paired with. But also, what the hell happened in that village? Violet is a little bit nervous. Okay, she's probably the most nervous out of that group, and it's not helping that Jack is staring at her from 3 mats away, ready to spar her. Rhiannon tries to reassure her. You're a Sorengale. You're going to be a hand-to-hand combat threat. No. Oh, no.
She was
not
a
exactly. I was training to be a scribe, remember? At that exact moment, a tooth goes flying and a professor shouts, "Enough!"
A tooth.
Rhiannon turns to Violet. "Let's make a trade. You help me with history and I will teach you hand-to-hand combat." Yeah?
Sounds good to me.
Violet nods because now she's got two besties in the squad. She's got Rhiannon and Sawyer. Sawyer is the cadet that didn't get picked by a dragon last year, so he's risking his life all over again and going through it the second time. Yeah, it's a cute little moment that's broken up by a crunching noise. It echoes through the massive gym that's got windows on all four sides. It kind of gives me Divergent. The 20 mats are lined up next to each other and they whip their heads around. The first year that Jack Barlow is sparring is limp in his arms. Jack smirks, he releases his grip, and the kid flops to the ground in a very unnatural pose.
Huh?
How was I supposed to know that his neck was so weak? He's dead.
Jack
In front
killed
of
someone?
the teacher?
Wow.
Isn't that like forbidden?
Violet is sweating, but the professor points at her. Then he points at another girl with the rebellion tattoo up her arm. She's got bright pink hair and a smirk that you 1000% cannot punch off her freaking face, okay? You and you on the mat, go. Violet is fucked. The girl looks ripped. She's also a foot taller than her, so that's great. They get onto the mat. Sorengale, huh? The way she says Violet's last name, she is not a fan. That's for sure. Okay, she's not a
Obviously.
fangirly. The silver hair gave it away. The battle class confirmed it. If you were smart, you would have dyed your hair. Silver-haired freak.
I agree.
Why would I hide who my mother is? I'm proud of her service to protect our lands from the enemies within. A dig at her rebel
That's a
tattoo.
good
Violet,
dig.
really, what are you doing? You're about to be turned into a human pretzel.
I mean,
like, what? Just
yeah,
be
but,
quiet.
you know.
Do a little tap out on the mat and hope that nobody calls you a giant weenie baby. That's the best plan. But maybe she's got other plans. Violet says that her mom always taught her the minute somebody has hate in their head when they enter a fight is the minute they lose. They become emotional, not logical, not strategic. They become messy. And it's working, but because the pink-haired girl screams, "Your mom killed my whole fucking family, you bitch!" And she just starts going at it, flinging punches. Her arms are just swinging around. Violet is dodging all of them because they're not strategic. It's messy. The pink-haired girl is clearly emotional. Violet's getting dizzy from all the swerving that she's doing, but the next thing she knows, she's knocked down on the ground.
Oh.
And Dane is screaming, "Imogen, you are not allowed to use your powers on the sparring ring."
She has
Violet
power.
looks down and sees something shiny, a dagger, and it's headed straight for her heart. But it just bounces off because her sister Mira had gifted her a bulletproof vest, basically, made out of dragon scale. And it saved her life for the 100th time in the past 48 hours. So people need to just stop trying to stab her right now. They need to, I don't know, slit her throat. Imogen looks confused when she looks down at her knife and it's just boinking off of her chest. Like, what the fuck are you made out of? Rubber? Okay? So she's confused, and Violet uses this as a time to punch her square in the face, roll out from underneath her. But Imogen is here for blood. Literally. That's the pink-haired girl's name, by the way, Imogen, right? She gets up. Her eyes look homicidal. Murder on her mind. She lunges for Violet, throws her down. She's got her knee digging into Violet's back. And her arm, she's pulling Violet's arm all the way back, like MMA fight style. Everybody's screaming at Violet to yield. Tap out. Dane, everybody
not
on the
gonna do
sidelines.
that.
But she can't yield because
Mama
this is
didn't
her
raise no
first match.
bitch.
What's that going to say about her? That she's the weak link? Guess what happens to weak
Exactly.
links? They get killed. Finally, the professor yields for her.
Oh.
Enough. Violet yields. Imogen, you win. The
Well-
match is over, but the sound echoes through the gym.
That kind of sucks.
The sound of a bone crunching. Violet's arm. After Violet taps out, Imogen breaks her arm because she hates her that much. Yeah, Violet is in and out of consciousness in Dane's big, chunky, muscular arms, and he's just bobbing her back and forth while running full speed towards the stone bridge, straight into the healer's quadrant. She looks up at him, and he's so focused on getting her there as quickly as possible. And she's like, "You know, everyone knows now." He's not looking at her. "They saw you freak out when..." "I'm fine. I didn't freak out. You screamed. You ran to me, lifted me up off the mat, and then carried me out there like I'm someone to you.
Yeah, everybody knows.
You are someone to me." Which, remember, Dane's dad is the right-hand advisor to Violet's mom. So these two are like childhood friends. And I have a
Is he even
sneaking
allowed to say
suspicion
something like
that they want a
that?
fork. Like, really badly.
Who wants a fork?
Dane and Violet, yeah.
I thought we know this.
Yeah, we know this.
Yeah.
But it's they want a fork, but they're not going to fork because the squad
They're not
leader and the
supposed to
squad
fork.
people are not supposed to be forking, and everybody knows that. Dane slams the
Got
door to the
it.
healer's quadrant, and a woman named Winifred rushes to his side.
Okay.
Another writer is in. You writer, Violet? Hello? Winifred rushes them to an empty bed, and Violet looks at all the other beds that are filled with cadets in black clothing because they're all writers. Of course they are. They all need healing. Which, let me give you a quick breakdown. There's two types of healers, a healer and a mender. Healers are kind of like your pharmacist or your doctors. They heal you using medical training and concoctions that they have studied and have been proven to work. Healers can save your life. Menders, they have magical powers that can make things back to your original condition. They can make something as simple as a torn up piece of paper, mend it back to a full sheet again, or broken ligaments, mend it back, or a broken shoulder bone, mend it back. One is born and given a magical power to mend, and the other one just kind of learns how to heal, right?
So one has magic, the other one just
Precisely.
a doctor.
It's just kind of smart. Yeah. So Brennan, Violet's dead brother, was one of the legendary writers of all time. He's dead now, but his power was also mending.
You can be a writer.
Most of the menders are writers. So basically, the writers mainly get powers siphoned from their dragons.
Yeah.
And mending is such a powerful magic that typically you only get that if you're bonded to a dragon who shares some of their powers with you.
But they can also heal.
Yes.
Their power is healing.
Yes.
So, but they're not part of the healer quadrant.
No, a lot of them will eventually join the healers quadrant, though.
Oh, so writer also will be a healer.
Yes. Yeah. Writers can basically do whatever the they want once they graduate as writers. Yeah. Now,
they can be a scribe too?
Yeah, but that doesn't really require specific power, so they likely won't. Because most of the writers, they choose to be writers. You know, they're not, if they wanted to be a scribe, they would have just been a scribe, except for Violet.
I see.
Who wanted to be a scribe. Anyway, Winifred, the healer, turns to another woman and orders her to fetch her husband, Nolan. Winifred and Nolan have been a part of Violet's life for as long as she can remember, since she's basically been ill and injured every other day of her life. They are the best healers out there. They're also an older married couple, maybe in their 50s or 60s, and Winifred is the best healer. Nolan is the best mender there is. Winifred tells the other healer to fetch her husband, the mender, okay? But Dane is freaking out. No, you can't, please! Weird. Why can't she? Why? Winifred just ignores the shit out of him, and the other woman is conflicted whether she should listen to her boss Winifred or the dragon rider who looks like he's trying to kill her. Helen, meet Violet Sorengale. If Nolan finds out that a Sorengale needed mending and he was not called, well, you can explain yourself to Nolan and to Violet's mother on a later date. With that, Helen runs off because all Winifred needed to say was Sorengale. The woman's already out the freaking door fetching Nolan. Meanwhile, Winifred is pushing a liquid down her throat, down Violet's throat, drugs. So she's gonna feel real good after taking these drugs. If Dane was not such a freaking buzzkill. He's on the side freaking yapping away. You cannot let him mend her. Please, you have to. This is our only chance right now. It's been a day. She can still join the scribes. I saw the way Professor Markham was disappointed to see her in our quadrant. We can patch her up, tell everybody that she's too injured to continue in the writing quadrant. Violet is about to argue when the curtain swings open and Nolan the mender is standing there. Violet is so happy to see Nolan. Not that they're usually besties or anything like that, but honestly, life is great. She's drugged up. She's having a good time. Nolan! I would wave, but I think I'm out of commission right now. But I do have another arm I could wave with, huh? Nolan nods and Dane is up his ass too. I'm her squad leader and she's going to be transferring to the scribes after this. Violet ignores him and tells Nolan that the girl Imogen, the one that broke her arm, her mom was a separatist, a rebel, and she was mad at her, obviously, for being a Sorengale. Honestly, no hard feelings. She gets it. It happens. Meanwhile, Dane is still on the side trying to convince Violet to go to the scribes, but she cannot. She can't leave the writers because her mom's just going to throw her back in there.
Literally,
and then she's going to be an even bigger target because you tried to quit. You're a quitter. You're a loser. Nolan sends off Dane back to the writers because, well, one, if this wasn't Violet and Violet didn't mean anything to Dane, he would have just dropped her off on the bed and hoped that she lives and went back to the quadrant. He cannot treat Violet any differently. And two, he's distracting Violet. So with Dane gone, Violet asks Nolan to mend her just this once. Technically, they can heal her, like I said, without mending her, perform surgery, go the traditional medicine route, but she needs to get back to the writers ASAP.
Why would anybody just do meds when they can just reverse someone?
Mending is just as painful as the original injury.
But it's quick.
You're going to heal faster. It's still going to take some time to heal. but it's just as painful, if not maybe more painful than the original injury itself.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest downside. But it's the only way. Even with the drugs, Violet screams out loud when Nolan begins mending until everything goes black and she passes out. A blue fucking sling. They didn't have any other color? So much for not drawing attention to herself, okay? Violet's walking back to her barracks where Rhiannon is there to help her get her ready for bed. You know you're the only friend that I have in here. So I guess it would be very nice, Violet, if, you don't die.
What's a blue sling?
You know, the arm sling?
Oh,
It's blue.
oh.
Violet smiles at her and plops on her bed. She's laying down and her hand naturally reaches underneath her pillow and she snaps up. It's a little journal with a note on top. With one hand, she opens it up. Violet, I'm leaving, but I bribed a scribe to sneak this into your room. Brennan wrote this for me before I went into the writer's quadrant. It saved my life, and it can save yours too. I added my own tips and notes as well, but mostly it's Brennan. I know he would want you to have these, because you need to live.
Who's
Love,
this?
Mira, her sister.
Aww.
Oh.
Yeah, Violet's sister. Violet's sitting on the bed holding back tears, but also confused because technically it is tradition in Navarre to burn everything a person owns when they die. And she was pretty sure that her mom had burned everything that belonged to Brennan. But her sister kept this for her. She flips open to the first page and it's her brother's handwriting. She hasn't seen his handwriting in 5 years since he died. Soren Gale survive. You may not as impeccably and as fantastically as I have, but everybody has their abilities, don't we?
Wait,
Damn,
what?
okay, he wasn't cooking
Jokes
this.
aside, here's everything I learned. Keep this safe and hidden. You must live. Violet is watching and you cannot let her down. Because he wrote this for Mira.
Ah.
So Brennan's the oldest. He wrote this for Mira, and now Mira's passing it down to Violet. And Violet flips to the next page. Do not draw attention to yourself. Here's a map
Too
of all
late
the
for
classrooms
that.
and where the instructors meet. Sparring matches are not random. They decide challenges and spars the week before. The matches are predetermined and based on knocking off the weak ones. This is what you do. If you know where to look, you will know who you are going to be matched with, and then you can prepare because everybody has a weakness. Violet's laying in the bunk. This is her guide to survival. She sneaks out with her little cloak into the woods under the school. This is a few days after, right? And she's got this tiny satchel with empty vials. And one of her arms is still in a sling, and the moonlight is her primary source of lighting. Safe to say, Violet is freaking going through it. But this is what Brennan would have wanted her to be doing. Picking for poisonous berries out early harvest, purple berries. When you pick them up, dehydrate them, they're poisonous. Now, the real challenges start in a week, and Violet needs every bit of help that she can get to make sure that she, doesn't freaking die. So she's got to climb up this tree to pick the berries, and one of her arms is still in the sling, and she's standing underneath the tree staring up. Shit. Okay? She slowly takes her arm out of the sling, wincing at the
that's not
pain.
good.
And this or the pain of Jack wannabe Harlow ripping her head off her body. Okay, tree it is. She starts spider monkeying up the tree until she finds the tiny little purple poisonous berries. She balances to grab the empty vials from her bag and starts filling them up with purple berries. I mean, it's kind of perfect. She bottles it up, throws it back in her satchel, and starts slowly climbing back down. Sometimes going down is more dangerous than going up, so she's taking her time with it. And then she hears the sound of a branch snapping.
Uh-oh.
She stops mid-climb, squints her eyes, and looks down. Underneath her are two black cloaks, two figures, and they slowly take off their hoods. Imogen. The pink hair is practically glow in the dark. If Violet jumps off the tree right now at the perfect angle, she could potentially land on Imogen's arm
Do they know
and
she's
break
there?
it. Return the favor, right? That's an option. Then the other cloaked figure starts talking. And Violet freezes. Because the only thing worse than being in the woods alone with Violet and Imogen is being alone in the woods with Imogen and Zayden.
That's what I thought.
Are they about to fuck also? I mean, obviously that's not what matters right now, but what if they do? Violet is oddly curious.
They don't see her up there?
No. Yeah. She's going to be climbing a lot of trees and overhearing a lot of conversations. But I never knew that she was good at climbing trees to begin with, okay?
Wait, so she's there picking poison berries because?
To disable her next opponent for the challenges.
Oh, so
Like her brother told her.
in the middle of the fight, she'd be like, eat this.
No, she's probably gonna give it to them sneaky.
Oh,
before.
ahead of time, and they were gonna be diarrheaing.
Correct.
Diarrheaing.
All over the mat.
So smart.
Exactly. She's wondering, is this the type of girl that Zayden usually goes for? And so she slowly climbs down a few more branches to be able to hear them. And she starts freaking out when she sees a whole group of cloaked figures emerging from the trees.
What the
Holy
fuck?
fucking shit. They all have rebel tattoos. Their parents were all rebels, which
that's not
means
good.
they're meeting with each other. The law states very clearly if more than 3 separatist kids meet with each other in a group in private, it would basically be considered conspiring against Navarre. And the punishment for that would be capital death with a capital D.
Well, yes.
And right now, if Violet's math is correct, there's 24 of them gathered. What the fuck are they about to plan?
Yeah, what are they
or
doing?
plot? Violet gets closer and she starts listening. She recognizes one of the girls as a first year that sleeps like 3 bunks down from her, and they're talking about tutoring sessions. We need to get serious for a second here because the world can be a very dangerous, very unpredictable place. I mean, maybe it's not as intense as Violet's world. I mean, hopefully you don't have dragons and writers trying to put a second date on your Wikipedia page. But even without the dragons, I just want to let my guard down. Listen, it's a scary world out there. I mean, some of you guys might remember this. When I used to live in LA, I would have these really bad nightmares every single day, every single night. I'm naturally a very nervous person, very cautious. But every time I would watch the news or listen to a gruesome podcast or do some research, it would make my anxiety so much worse. And because of that, I was genuinely living in fear of something bad happening to me or my family every waking second of every moment of my existence. And I really wish that I knew about Simply Safe home security because it would have just saved me from so many restless nights. These days, if I hear a noise in the middle of the night and my security system is not going off, I go right back to bed. I go back to bed. Listen, I have my husband investigate, but I go back to bed because Simply Safe is one of the most trusted home security systems in the United States. It was named Best Home Security Systems 2024 by the U.S. News and World Report. It is the full package with sensors to detect break-ins, fires, floods, because it's not always break-ins. Sometimes it could just be a fire, and a variety of other indoor and outdoor cameras. Plus, it's backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's even a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you're literally playing it safe in every possible way. Simply Safe has given me and many of my listeners real peace of mind. I want you to have it too. Get 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit simplysafe.com/baking. That's simplysafe.com/baking. There's no safe like Simply Safe. We're almost halfway through 2024. Listen, I don't want to talk about it because that's just kind of crazy, but that means it's almost summertime. And the only thing that can make Hot Girl Summer better is a Hot Girl bank account. That is why I've been using Chime to build my credit score. Chime has a secured credit builder Visa credit card that lets you easily build credit with everyday purchases. And if your credit scores grow, so could your opportunities for lower rates on loans, like for a car or one day a home. The best part about Chime is that there are no annual fees, interest, or credit checks to apply. You can build credit with your own money, and you can use your Chime Visa card anywhere where Visa credit cards are accepted. It's so easy and convenient. You can use the Chime app to quickly find an ATM near you that accepts the card. There's over like 60,000 eligible ATMs, so it's never an issue. And speaking of the Chime app, you can also use it to send and receive money, and the other person doesn't even need to be a Chime member. So if you want to give your bank account a glow up this summer, I recommend Chime. With Chime Secure Credit Card, you can start improving your credit scores right away. Get started today at chime.com/baking. That's chime.com/baking. Chime feels like progress. The Chime Credit Builder Visa Credit Card is issued by the Bancorp Bank NA or Stripe Bank NA, members FDIC. Spot me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal and OTC advance fees may apply. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details. Zayden tells them the odds are stacked against them. Everyone in the unit wants to find a reason to call the marked ones a traitor or trick you into failing so that they can kill you. Nobody cares when a separatist kid dies, and nobody cares that all of them are forced into the writer's quadrant with basically a death sentence regardless of their wants or talents. Some of them could have been really good scribes, but it doesn't matter. Zayden is delegating tutoring sessions for the first years when Imogen interrupts. But let's cut to the only thing that really matters right now. When do we get to fucking kill Violet Sorengale?
Oh, well.
Zayden pauses. She's mine to handle. Her mother killed our parents. Another writer speaks up. Exactly. Her mother, not Violet. Punishing children for their parents' actions is exactly what Navarians do, not us. They start arguing and how they want to kill her or when they want to kill her. And Violet is just up there like, excuse me, is this fucking play about me right now? But Zayden interrupts. Her brother was killed. She's got just as much reason to hate us as we hate her. And I'm going to say this once more. She is mine to handle. Does anyone have any objections? Everybody goes silent.
So why he say that right there? You think he likes her?
No, but he will.
He wants to kill her?
Pretty sure he will.
You sure about that?
No. No, of course not. Then everybody is dismissed. The group start walking back to the writer's building, and Zayden is the last to go, so Violet waits until he's finally out of sight to slowly start climbing down the trees, and she's about to step forward when a shadow, not like the shadow of a person, an actual shadow, a thick smoke of darkness lunges up and covers her mouth, and she feels a sharp dagger against her throat. You can scream if you want to die in the woods tonight.
Who's that?
Zayden.
Of course,
He lets her go and she whips around to stare at him. Zayden's power is a shadow wielder. Super rare. Probably the best one you can have in battle.
Why?
Shadow wielder?
What does that do?
Shadows, he can make shadows come to life and move things. He controls the shadows.
But there's only shadow when there's light.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. So Zayden realizes Violet has made the connection and he smirks. Dan hasn't warned you yet not to be alone with me in the dark?
Well,
Violet knows she's gonna die, but also she might as well draw some blood first. She grabs both of her daggers, chucks them at the tree behind Zayden, which makes him chuckle until she tells him to lean back, and sure enough, she did not miss. She aimed for the trees right behind his head. So somehow the dagger's like curved.
What does that mean?
I don't know. She's got good aim somehow, even though she trained to be a scribe and like
Right?
never held a knife in her
Somehow?
life. But you know, main character syndrome, okay?
Exactly.
Now Zayden is intrigued. You really are a violent little thing, aren't you?
Violent
He's
little
up
thing is
real close, and of
crazy.
course Violet is like, whoa. He might really kill me, but also like, I wonder what he looks naked. I wonder if he's got abs and I can wash my laundry on. Like, why is he
Wait.
so hot and so homicidal at the
Wait.
same time?
Actually?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
well,
This can't be
hormones.
serious.
Yeah, and Zayden's all like, are you going to tell anyone what you saw tonight? Violet is honest. No? I mean, she might have if they were planning or plotting something against Navarre, but Xander basically assembled all of these kids so that he could just help them stay alive.
Pretty
Is that
much.
something that really warrants death?
No.
Why wouldn't you tell? It's illegal for us to gather in groups larger than 3. So go, run off to little mommy and precious
It's called
Dane and tell
minding
them
her
what we've been doing in the
business.
woods. I don't see why you deserve to die for helping. Interesting. Let's see if you're honest, Orangel. And if you are, that means I owe you. And with that, he starts walking off back to the writer's quadrant. Violet is a lot more brave when he's already walking off. What? You're not going to handle me tonight and kill me? It's no fun if you're expecting it. Get back to bed before your wing leader realizes you snuck out. You're my wing leader!
Lol.
Zayden does not look back and just keeps walking. He doesn't even confiscate her little poisonous berries in her satchel. And the next day, all the cadets have to start taking assignments. It's like prison. So you're on some sort of duty. And I guess it's like the military, right? And Violet has chosen the breakfast duty. Even though it's probably the worst duty to choose, you're not scrubbing bathrooms, but you have to wake up an hour early to get food started, which is basically worse than scrubbing bathrooms. Violet chose this assignment for a reason, though.
Why?
And Dane is walking her an hour early every day just to walk her to the kitchen. The short 5 minutes so that they can be alone together without everybody watching. And of course, on these walks, he's too busy telling Violet that first of all, it's not too late to join the scribes. Of course not. No. Okay. And 2, stay away from Jack Barlow. He's on one of these long-winded protective rants when they both run into Rhiannon and Tara, basically hiding in the dorm rooms doing it. So there's that. Good for her.
Wait, who?
Yeah, Rhiannon and Tara.
Who's Tara?
She was there the first day, but then she disappeared, and then now she's forking Rhiannon.
Who's Rhiannon?
Rhiannon is
the
her
best
best
friend.
friend.
Oh, okay. Gosh.
So Dane, being the squad leader, is trying to scold them, but it's a very half-assed attempt. We have curfew for a reason, cadets. Rhiannon smiles. Of course. Just like you're up early as well, right? and she
Ma'am?
runs off with Tara. Violet cannot help but smile. Dane, on the other hand, is distressed. I didn't think monitoring the sex lives of first years was going to be a squad leader's duties.
Hello?
I'm sure you were the same when you were a first year. And you're a first year now. Does that mean, is that what... Dane, are you asking me about my sex life right now? No, of course not.
That would
I
be
didn't even know that
inappropriate.
there was a sex life to ask about right now. Is there a sex... Oh, well, since you're asking, it's none of your business. She shoots him a cute little, I'm just a girl smile. And Dane is trying to collect his thoughts. He's like one track minded guy. Like, what can he say? He clears his throat. Are you ready for the challenges today? Yeah, everything's gonna be fine, okay? But he doesn't believe her because honestly, can you blame the guy? She did shatter her shoulder the last time she tried fighting somebody. But this time, she's got a secret weapon up her sleeve in a tiny little glass vial. Fonnelly berries, dehydrated, pulverized into a thin invisible powder ready to be spread over Orin Seifried's eggs. Her opponent in today's challenge.
Oh, that's why
she'd
she's
be
in the
ready.
kitchen.
So after breakfast
Smart.
service, Violet rushes to her first class with Professor Kaori. Professor Kaori is an illusionist, which is his power that he's gotten from his dragon. It's again a very rare power, but whatever he imagines in his mind, he can make come to life, project it like a hologram for everyone to see what he's thinking. And right now, there's a giant red scorpion tail hovering over the classroom. A dragon, not a real one, but an illusion. Professor's illusion. Professor K's illusion. Red scorpion tails are quite temperamental, so if you are to upset them, you're basically lunch. Someone screams from the class.
That sounds about
What
right.
would be the best approach for a scorpion tail? Anybody? Okay, well, from the left and from the front if possible. You never want to come up behind a scorpion tail. While Professor K switches the illusion to the next dragon, Rhiannon asks the pressing, very important question. Wait, how many dragons will be available to bond during threshing this year? 100 this year. That is if they decide you lot are worthy of bonding with. So, side
Fair
note,
enough.
threshing is when the dragons will decide if they pick a human to bond with. You can kill other cadets during threshing to impress a dragon, or if you guys are fighting over the
Wow.
same dragon, you can literally kill someone for no reason. A dragon could kill you for no fucking reason other than, I don't know, your fish food. But 2 weeks before threshing, there's also something called a presentation, where it's about 2 months from today. Yeah, it's about 2 months from today.
Dang,
And your
already?
squad runs up this giant obstacle course, and the dragons will fly by and see if they even want to come to threshing. This is like a preview of do I even want to show up?
Do I care?
Yeah. Honestly, there's a lot of... Anyway, another first year asks, did they tell you why they're not bonding? Dragons only talk to their bonded riders and no other humans. And anyone who would like to stay alive will not ask a dragon why they refuse to answer questions. They
enough.
very much do as they please. But now the real question comes in. A girl named Ara Lee asks, is that why the protection wards have been weaker? Less bonded dragons and humans, less wards? No? Is that not how it works? The whole class looks up from their desks at the professor.
That's a good question.
We're not certain, but I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't a thought that had crossed our minds. But from what we know so far, the number of bonds between dragons and riders have typically never affected the wards. The illusion in the lecture hall turns to a navy blue dragon, the one bonded to Zayden. There will be no concern of blue dragon danger this threshing, as none of them are willing to bond. But you should learn to recognize Sigale if you are to run into her. This is Zayden's blue daggertail, the rarest of the blues. If you see a blue daggertail without their bonded rider, it is best practice to
Run.
well, don't let that happen. Another year finishes the sentence. So if you see a blue dragon, just run.
Yes.
The chances of running into one are slim to none. Most of them are in the Espen Mountains, where the war is the most intense. Blue daggertails are amongst the most powerful dragons, but amongst them, Sigale is unmatched. She is a force to be reckoned with, and she is Zayden's bonded dragon. Violet is sitting there thinking, well, okay, that explains it. Makes sense. Zayden can wield shadows. Typically, the more powerful the dragon, the more powerful the power the rider inherits. Jack smirks. What about the black dragon? There's a black dragon that's unbonded, is there not? I want the black one. The illusion turns into a giant black dragon, much larger than the blue dragon and probably more terrifying. Black dragons are the rarest. There's only 2 of them right now that the humans know of. The first one belongs to General Melgren, the general that can see the outcome of battles, okay? That's one. And then the other one is unbonded.
Wait, General Melgren is the top.
Top.
Okay.
Top. They are the smartest of the dragons, rarest too. There hasn't even been a single black dragon born in the past 100 years.
Let me guess. Our main character is gonna have a black dragon. Right? I feel like that's probably what's gonna happen. That's the type of shit that would happen. Oh my god, nobody has ever gotten this very rare shit that we've been looking for thousands of years. Then the main character comes and gets it. She's gonna get a black dragon. I'm calling it.
Jack's basically got a bonbon in his pants, okay? I bet the power he gives the writer are unmatched. How do you approach a black dragon then, huh? The last thing anybody needs is somebody like Jack Barlow having one of the most powerful dragons. That would be hell.
Facts.
You do not approach a black dragon if you wish
die.
to survive, that is. There is only one unbonded black dragon, and he has not agreed to bond since his previous writer died. Jack is all, yeah, but if I can ask though, if let's say he wants to bond because we're so worthy, aka me, what kind of powers can he give his writer? Jack, the ever greedy, the professor stops him. Signet powers are a result of both writer and dragon. Sometimes the powers say more about the writer than the dragon. It is certain that the more powerful the dragon, the stronger the signet power, but in terms of what the power is, depends more on the writer. Well, what was the previous writer's power?
Oh my god,
Siphoning.
shut up.
Siphoning power was his power. He could siphon power from other dragons and other writers, use it or redistribute it to those he so wished.
Whoa!
Wait, what does that
Whoa.
mean?
That means he had all the powers, basically.
That's crazy.
If
This is a cheat code. What do you mean?
Literally.
Then how did the writer die in the uprising? Professor K stares at Violet, and finally he tears his eyes off of her,
It
which
was
is
her
weird.
brother.
Resurrection is not a power that can be given to any writer. It does not exist. It is not a power that can be used. Neolin, the previous writer, tried to resurrect another writer on the field, but since he was trying to siphon a power that does not exist, he burned himself out.
Oh.
Professor K continues teaching, but he refuses to look at Violet after that.
Oh?
Interesting. So when all the
Let me
others-
guess. The previous writer tried to resurrect her brother. It has to be linked to her for some reason. She's the main character. So I'm guessing that the previous dragon writer tried to resurrect her brother because her brother was him. Obviously, it didn't work, and they died. Tragic. And then Violet is gonna get the black dragon, and everything will go back to be whole.
Students shuffle out of class. She walks up to him, and he knows why she's staying behind. It was my brother, wasn't it? The other writer that Neolin tried to resurrect? Yes. Why? Why would Neolin give up his life to try and save my brother, even though he and we all know that resurrection is not a power? Surely he's not too dumb. Professor K looks uncomfortable. I imagine it's not easy being a Sorengale in this building, but outside of this school, being a Sorengale is everything. Every single person in your wing will do everything to keep you alive, not because they are commanded to, and not because they like you, but because you are the daughter of one of the most feared generals in Navarre. Either out of fear or wanting a favor from your mother in return, they will do whatever it takes to keep you alive. It seems that is what happened with your brother. And as for knowing resurrection is impossible, sometimes, if a writer has too much power, they cannot accept the fact that there are limitations to that.
Damn.
Dang, that was deep.
Violet nods. Thank you for letting me know. She's about to turn and leave, but Professor K stops her. Violet, I knew both Brennan and Mira quite well. Your brother was a good man, and your sister shrewd and gifted. But you're more cunning than both of them. Smarter. Violet is silent. Yeah, that never happens. Nobody ever says that she's better than either of her legendary siblings. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, imagine your
Right?
brother is Iron Man and someone is like, hey, you, Rando, you're cooler than Iron Man. Get the fork out of here. Jeez Louise, okay? Thank you, Professor K, but Smart isn't going to get a dragon to bond with me. Dragons bond with humans for reasons they will never divulge with us. Sometimes it's puzzling, sometimes we can't understand it, but it's not at all about physical strength. There's quite more to it. Violet smiles and nods because none of that is going to matter if her little berry powder doesn't work because she's about to go fight Orin. While everybody is waiting for their turn, Dan warns Violet that Orin
Nasbang, hi. Est-ce que je suis française? Oui, c'est ma langue première. Thank you for the follow, by the way. It's appreciated.
Her match has it out for her. He wants to kill her. He's besties with Jack Barlow, and he thinks that he's going to be doing everybody a favor. If there is a weak writer in battle, that could be the end of the war or the end of a lot of writers' lives, because a weak link, they should die before becoming a writer. Jack walks over to taunt Violet before her predetermined, premeditated homicide. And instead of following Dane's advice, which is very clearly stay the hell away from Jack till his anger and hatred is aimed at somebody else and be so boring and so unnoticeable that Jack Barlow just moves on, instead of doing what Dane tells her, she throws 2 daggers at him. One barely cuts his ear and the other just softly grazes his precious treasures, his little testes. Violet can feel Xaden watching her, and she could have sworn that she saw the tiniest little smile on his lips, okay? But Jack is pissed. You're gonna pay for that, Sorengale. And he walks off. Before Dane can lecture her, talk her, yap her freaking ear off, just nagging her, her name is called along with Oren. Her brother's journal was right. She knew exactly where to look, and she knew exactly who she's fighting. They both step onto the mat, and Violet looks at Oren, and he looks green. He looks a little green, just a tinge of green. I mean, even when Oren's not sick, he moves with the grace of a cat in heels. So she's watching him stumble, charge towards her, swerving at the very last moment each time until he finally stumbles, plops down. She pounces on him, and she's placing her knee on his back, holding him down. He starts throwing up scrambled eggs from breakfast.
Well,
Yield.
Damn.
He's
Nice.
too busy throwing up, so the professor yields for him. Violet climbs off of the man, grabs one of his daggers, because for the challenges, you're allowed to use daggers, and when you beat someone up, you get to keep one of their daggers.
Oh.
A symbol that you took them the F down. Violet shrugs at everyone. He's sick. I guess I just got lucky. She would get lucky week after week. The next opponent can't even throw punches for long because the mushrooms with hallucinogenic properties stuffed into her breakfast.
Someone is going to figure it out.
Her next opponent seems to have some sort of vertigo condition. What a shame. And then the week after that, her opponent's got blurry vision. Seems like a darn condition is going around. After winning 5 daggers, it is clear to everybody Violet is either getting pretty good at this or the Sorengales have luck on their side.
Or she's cheating.
6. Violet, unfortunately, your challenge opponent, Rayma, from the 3rd wing, is suddenly cannot seem to walk properly, which means I guess I can place you with... I'd be more than happy to take her place.
Who said that?
Jack Harlow.
Xaden.
Oh, no.
The fork?
Jim goes quiet.
The wing leader?
Everybody
Why?
stops sparring. Violet looks up. Not that she needs to confirm who it is. She
Why?
already knows. Xaden has stepped onto the mat and is staring straight at Violet. This is where
He's not
I'm like,
poisoned.
Violet,
How
bro,
is she
we
gonna
need
do
to get
it?
focused, okay? Eyes on the prize, which is, walking off the mat alive without being dismembered by the person whose dad was executed by your mother. Remember that? The second that Xaden walks up, she's all like, ooh, 6 feet tall, bitch. 6 feet tall, all on this mat. I wonder what he looks like laying down on it. I wonder what he looks like when I'm on top of him. He's in the tightest fighting leathers that are just accentuating his big, giant, gleaming, glistening, throbbing muscles. And his rebel tattoos, they look like a warning. A hot
Throbbing
warning.
muscles,
Too hot to
yeah.
touch. Caution. A professor claps. You guys are in for a good lesson. Xaden is one of the best fighters on the mat. Everybody watch and take notes.
Great.
Violet is shitting her pants, but Xaden is having a good time. He's
Of course
enjoying
he
this.
is.
What a sadistic motherfucker, okay? The one person that seems to have some sort of reaction other than Violet is Dane.
Well, duh.
Don't you think it's an unfair match, Ryerson? She's a bit under your weight class.
A bit.
Xaden doesn't even take time to look at Dane, like he's just a fly on the wall. He just smirks, walks over to Imogen, and starts taking off his weapons one by one, each dagger hidden in places where you don't expect such long, hard daggers to be hiding in, you know what I mean? He's bringing them out, Imogen is holding them, and something about it feels intimate. And something about it is making Violet jealous, even though she should be concerned about her life right now. Honestly,
I swear.
she's a horn dog and she's gonna get killed, okay?
She is a horn dog.
She's gonna be out of the battlefield and be like, whoa, so many shirtless dudes. And then she's gonna get... Are you sure you don't want to bring those onto the mat? I'm sure you have more than enough to share, Violet. He
Woo!
steps onto the mat, head cocked to the side, and he's all like, come.
Like, it doesn't even need it.
Dude.
Violet
Please.
unsheaths a dagger and she chucks it at Xaden, but he's fast. He catches it. I know that one already, don't I? Shit. Violet runs up to him and tries to kick him down as hard as she can, and she's been practicing this move with Riri every morning, but he catches her leg mid-air, slams her onto the ground, knocking the wind out of her. All right, time to die. But interestingly, Xaden does not go in for the kill. He grabs her dagger and kicks it off the mat towards Dane. He pins her down, then takes another dagger and slides it over to Dane, blocking every punch, kick, slap, everything. Oh,
Bruh,
so
please.
okay.
They're just like doing it right now.
Angry today?
Kinda.
Are we now violence? It's honestly insulting. He's publicly disarming her so that she and everybody knows that killing her isn't even what he wants. It's too beneath him. There's no fair fight. He can easily disarm her. My name is Violet. I like my name for you more. Violence. I think I'm getting too old for this. I think I'm getting too old for this. He helps her up and tells her to try again. So she runs for him again, and he takes her arm, swings it behind her, puts her own dagger up to her own neck, and now she's pressed up against his rock hard abs. You disgusting, filthy mind. Get your mind out the gutter. He disarms her, pushes her away from him. She whirls and aims straight for his throat, but he's faster and knocks her fist into the side like a little fly. Mother forker. She tries punching him again, but he grabs her by the arm and she goes flying, landing straight on her ribs, and he's on top of her now, holding her arm in place, and he leans down so that he's just inches from her face. Smart. I'll give you that. But you didn't have the time to poison my breakfast, did you? Violet stops wiggling away and she's frozen now. You're going to get yourself killed if you don't test yourself in here. You're never going to get better.
She's not wrong,
wouldn't you love to see me get slaughtered on the mat and deny myself the joy of being in your presence? She's pissed. She tells him, I fucking hate you. He smirks, releases her, kicks another dagger towards Dane, and in the meantime, Violet gets up, kicks him from behind the knees, and he goes down like a massive oak tree, just dump, trucking down. She pounces to put him in a headlock, but he rolls her over so easily, like she's nothing but a piece of leaf falling from a tree. And again, of course, he's on top of her, basically dry humping her in the middle of the gym. It's a lot. They're staring into each other's eyes. Everybody is watching. His onyx eyes are just a few inches from her, and her lips are so close to his. They're practically touching, and Violet hates herself for this, but her body is reacting to him because he's so fucking hot. Violet is going to get herself killed because she can't stop wanting to fork these homicidal men. You're not training well. You're small. The bigger moves that you're doing with your body are only going to hurt you when you're not big enough for them. He takes Violet's hand in front of everyone and starts guiding her hands around his back. She's got a dagger in her hands, by the way. And he is guiding that dagger up and down his side. The ribs, kidneys from this angle, all would have been good viable options.
Wait, what's going on? He's like flirting
back.
now?
Yeah. And like Violet's got the survival skills of a potato because she could stab him right now, get it over with. But she's like, I wonder what his wee-wee looks like. Girl, if you don't... Do you understand? Violet nods. You can't poison every enemy. Besides, I've met better poison masters. They stare at each other before Dane clears his throat and anger is seething from his voice. I think you've taught her enough today, Wing Leader Ryerson. But now, of course, Xander isn't going to get up off of Violet. He's staring her in the eyes. He's quite protective, isn't he? He cares. Well, he's hurting you. You need to learn not to be babied. Then slowly, Xaden moves her dagger, grips her hand back to her ribs where her sheath is and places it back inside the sheath. And Violet is about to bust at this point. I feel like she's a BDSM girly. She's really into it. And with that, Xaden gets up and just walks away from the mat, leaving Violet scrambling to get up and grab her weapon. She's all mind boggled. Her mind is a mess. She's like, oh my God, what just happened? She has no survival skills.
Nope.
That night, Dane sneaks into her room to massage her. Just a massage. Dane is not a homicidal.
What is going on right now?
Yeah, Dane is not
I
a
want
homicidal
a
maniac,
reverse
so
harem.
obviously Violet's not that into it, but it's okay. Briefly, Violet asks if Xaden is planning something. Like, what if he's trying to become the strongest rider so that he can betray Navarre like his dad did? But Dane reassures her it's impossible. Dragons are basically in their riders' minds at all times, and no dragon would ever betray Navarre. No dragon would put up with their rider if they even had such a passing thought. So no, that's not Xaden's master plan. He's loyal to Navarre. But as he's massaging her neck, Dane does admit he went behind her back and told the scribe Professor Markham that Violet is being targeted. He said he's willing to take you in right now. Once you've been inducted as a scribe, there's nothing that can take you out.
My God. Why is it being such a cock-blocking bitch? Doesn't he understand that one of the most powerful bitch in the nation decided that for her? That was not her fucking choice. And even if she tried to go against her mother's choice, her mom is gonna put her right back. Like, what the fuck is what's not clicking? What's not clicking? It's not clucking to him that she's standing on business. And it's not even the business that she wanted, but that's the business that she was forced into. He needs to get that. Damn.
And your mom, that's the rules. We can just hide it from her until then, till the end of the
How?
semester. And Violet, I know.
Are you
I've
gonna
seen
hide
what's
that
been
from
going
her?
on. Orin has been slamming you up against the walls, and don't think that Riri didn't tell me that she found dead flowers in your bed. Yeah, dead flowers. What a scary threat. I know they were mutilated violets. Yeah, so what? That's a threat. Mutilated violets? Do you know what threshing is about? It's a chance for you to bond with a dragon, but it's also a chance for first years to kill each other. They will wipe out whoever they fucking want, but also anyone they believe will be a liability for their wing. Nobody is allowed to intervene with threshing. I'll just have to watch as they come for you. And you don't think that I can handle it? Are you listening to me, Violet? I can't lose you. Please, just think about it. Violet promises to think about running away to the scribes for the umpteenth time, okay? But have you ever been on an obstacle course? This is an obstacle course from hell. The whole squad is looking at it. No, really, the whole squad is staring at it. The gauntlet is what they call it. In 2 weeks, they're going to be forced to go through the gauntlet, a warrior ninja style obstacle course, basically bolted to the side of the cliff where if you fall, you will die. It is described as a zigzagging death trap, and it is basically one more round of killing off the weak ones before the dragons get to pick which ones they want to bond with, if any at all. If the humans present weak riders to the dragons, they may never come back to another threshing.
Wow.
They may think it's a waste of their time and they're being insulted. At the gauntlet, each cadet will be measured by time on how fast they can scale to the top. Then each squad is also, their times are tallied together and the squads are ranked against each other as well. I have no fucking idea why. Don't ask me why. I will say the rules of magic in this book, soft as a pillow. Do you know what I mean? So there's hard magic where the rules are the rules and you can't break them. And then there's soft magic where the magic is just kind of like...
Just magicking.
But there's no rules and you don't really know how the magic be magicking, but it be magicking. Yeah. So that
makes no sense.
I don't know what the squad is. I think you get something. Anyway, think about it, okay? The weak links, they're going to bring down the squad time. So in the real world, it's kind of a representation of the weak rider is going to bring down the whole military. So you need to get your shit together. That's how high stakes this is. It's a crazy obstacle course. First, you have to run through to the course, then you have to dodge the swinging heavy metal balls. There's crazy high up cliffside ridges you have to run across. It's a whole thing like a balance beam. And right now, every squad gets to practice every single day for 2 weeks. You just get 1 hour a day. That's it. Learning the course, familiarizing yourself, getting to the top. And then on gauntlet day, you will race each other like a relay race. The main difference is that today you can actually climb back down if you don't make it to the top. The day of the gauntlet, you are not allowed to. If you cannot get to the top, you will have to fall to your death. The reasoning behind, if you can't do the gauntlet, how will you be a rider? The course tests the cadet's balance. How do you imagine you will stay balanced on a dragon if you cannot remain balanced on this? You need strength to hold your position and engage in combat on top of a dragon, and stamina to fight on the ground and still mount your dragon within seconds' notice and to keep fighting in air. It's done like a relay race, and if you're slow, the person behind you will have a slower time as well because they cannot surpass you. And surprisingly, Violet does okay the first round. She doesn't make it to the top because one of the girls in her squad dies during practice. She slips off and dies after a green dragon flies above them while they practice. She is in so much awe of the dragon. She looks up for a split second, and that is enough to have her tumbling all the way down to the freaking ground, and then she's dead. So that night, Violet sneaks out again after curfew after losing one of her own squad mates. The first of their squad. They were the only squad that hadn't lost a squad mate until now, so boo-hoo. She sneaks out. I will say the death in this book, they're like, okay, next.
Yeah, so it's not that.
I mean, I feel
You
like
don't
they
feel
kind of
anything,
prepped us
but
for
the
that.
characters keep telling you they're sad about people dying. But then they just be dying nonstop. And then they're like, it is
what it is.
This is the writer's quadrant, though. People will die. Except not the main character,
Obviously.
who hasn't trained a day in her life for this. Meanwhile, these other bitches who were born and been training on these obstacle courses, they'll die. But not our girl Violet, okay? She snuck out and she sees 3 dragons flying around near each other, but not leisurely. It's as if they were here for something. One of them is Zayden's blue dragon flying overhead, which is very curious. Again, after curfew, Violet looks back through the courtyard, and the only other people she sees are a couple debating if they want to dry hump now or in 5 minutes. They're debating. And then 3 cloaked figures, Zayden, his cousin Body, and another guy named Garrick. They're all the separatist kids, like rebel kids. Zayden's cousin turns to him. But we have to do something. We're doing everything we can. Now go inside. Wait, why? Did something happen? Go inside. So Zayden can sense that Violet is listening. He's a shadow wielder. He senses, I don't know how it works, okay? But of course he can. But you know what? Fuck that guy. Why should Violet always panic at the sight of him? Just because he's like, geez Louise, what if he's just waiting for a sunny day that's 72 degrees, perfect conditions to kill her? Like, get it over with already. The other 2 guys walk off and Zayden turns around. Violet stands up because she doesn't want him to think that she's A, spying on him, or B, worse than that she's hiding from him because she's scared. I know you know I'm here. And please don't give me the whole, of course I do, I'm a shadow wielder. You shouldn't be alone with me in the dark, blah, blah, blah. I'm tired, okay? And you have no questions on what we were talking about or what we were doing in a group of 3? Violet looks at him. Honestly, I don't really care. What are you doing out past curfew? Just, contemplating if I should make my great escape. How about you? Same thing. How did you know? Fucking sarcastic asshole. Can you please just tell me if you're gonna off me or not? It's honestly starting to piss me off, this whole hee-hee cute little dance that we've got going on. It's been fun, but I haven't decided quite yet. Well, if you could hurry up and be a bit more decisive, that'd be great. Why, are you planning out your upcoming week events? So funny. But Violet just drops her smirk because she's too tired to even be bickering like this. I just need to know what I'm gonna do, what my odds are. It's a very fascinating way to flirt with me, Violet.
Huh?
What?
No, you fucking gross. Not my odds with you, my odds of surviving. You know that feeling where you see an old photo of yourself from 5 years ago and you want to just scream at yourself and go, what were you thinking? Like, don't even get me started on my false lash extension era. I need to have a serious life talk with my 2019 self, and I need to tell her about Thrive Cosmetics. Thrive Cosmetics are a luxury cosmetic company that makes all of their products with the most high quality, skin-loving ingredients. All of my staples are from Thrive. These days, I've been going for more of I wouldn't even call it a clean girl look. I want to feel as breathable as possible look. And mascara is one of the easiest ways to do it, specifically the liquid lash extensions mascara from Thrive Cosmetics. Contrary to popular belief, you can go wrong with mascara. I used to get styes all the time, but I stopped getting styes recently after I switched my mascara. So you need to try this mascara. I mean, it does a public service. Just look at my eyelashes right now. This is crazy for me. My eyelashes are typically non-existent. Do you see them? Do you see them? And it's so breathable. Thrive's liquid lash mascara is made with this unique tubing formula that creates tubes around each eyelash to lengthen them, and the tubing technology also makes it super easy to remove. There is nothing I hate more than rubbing my eyes. You get wrinkles for rubbing your eyes for 10 minutes trying to get off the mascara residue, but the tubing formula literally just slides off your eyelashes with warm water and a cotton pad, and it does not leave any smudges. It does not get better than that. Well, yes it does, because for every product you purchase from Thrive, they donate to communities that need a voice. Thrive gives back to important social issues like social justice, LGBTQIA+ trust under-resourced youth, and many more. So you can feel good about where you're spending your money, and your skin will feel so good because all of Thrive's formulas are certified 100% vegan and cruelty-free, and they have zero parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. So refresh your everyday look with Thrive Cosmetics, luxury beauty that gives back. Right now, you can get an exclusive 10% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/bake. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/bake for 10% off your first order. Violet's about to walk off, but he grabs her wrist and her heart starts pounding. Nothing like death looming in the distance, but here's a hot man. Your odds of what? I can't make it up the gauntlet. Just maybe if you stopped wallowing in self-pity, you would realize that you have what it takes to make it up the gauntlet. Violet's fucking tired. She doesn't care that she's breaking curfew. She's not here for this motivational bullshit, okay? I'm too fucking short to span the distance to climb. Got it? Zayden stares at her. There's more than one way to do it. The right way is not the only way. Figure it out. For 2 weeks, they've been practicing, and it's presentation day now. It's going to be one of the deadliest days for first years, because it always is. I don't know. I feel like they've been saying that about every day. They're like, the first day is the deadliest day. No, just kidding. The presentation day. No, just kidding. The threshing day. Bro, okay? And like, also, just so you know, they need more fighters in the war. But like, meanwhile, the school is like, kill them all. Like, at least send them out to the front lines or something, okay? Out of the 5 tiers of the obstacle course, Violet has only been able to get past 3. She still has 2 left, and she can't get past the freaking chimney. It's like a chimney structure. She's got to scale up, but she's too short, so her body cannot scale it properly on the inside like the others. Rhiannon offers to let Violet climb on top of her and get a head start on the chimney, but 2 reasons it's not going to work. First of all, Violet's just going to be stuck in the middle of the chimney then. And 2, the cadets aren't allowed to touch each other and give each other a helping hand. None of that. No physical contact. So yeah, she's just going to go up there. No plans, no thoughts, just vibes. On the way to the obstacle course, Dane is still trying to convince her to run off to the scribes, and he's reaching out.
Getting a little annoying
Bro,
here.
this Dane is getting annoying
and repetitive. I want to punch him in the face. Okay, usually.
Does he have a personality?
Okay, so usually in books where there's a love triangle going on,
Yeah.
the good guy has somewhat more of a personality and has somewhat more of a life going on. But
Right? Not Dean.
So every time he's just like, oh, you gotta be a scribe. You gotta go.
Dean is
every
annoying as
time I read
fuck.
his name in the book, I'm like, here we go. Fucking yappy big yapster. Here to yap my fucking eyeballs off again and again and again and again. Listen, I like to nag people. I'm a yapper, but this man...
He's annoying.
Oh, yeah, come to you. I forgot you were there.
Who is that? Oh, the dog?
Yeah. Why are you staring at me?
Is the other guy more likable now? The main guy?
I'm not the most attached to him yet.
He's like acting real nice already.
Yeah, I think that I would have liked if he genuinely tried to kill her more often.
Yeah.
Lol.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I am just a toxic girl though, and I need...
No, yeah, I agree. Like, why is he? It doesn't make sense.
No.
When
He
I
is
read
very
enemies
nice.
to lovers,
Yeah, it's
I
gotta
want
be
the
a real
enemy to be
yeah.
real strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's already so nice.
He'd be
Too
like her
nice.
enemy protector. I
Yeah.
don't know why he's protecting her. From what? Who knows? From himself? Probably not. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure it all comes
Yeah, but
together. Anyway,
I want
on the
more
course, I'm just going to speed
hatred.
through it because it's pretty anticlimactic. Violet does 2 things. She uses ropes on the side. Yeah, did you know there's ropes on the side? You get a 30-second penalty every time you use it, but there's ropes on the sides. So she uses that to climb the chimney structure, and somehow it works, and if her calculations are correct, it's only a 30-second deduction in her time because technically she only used it once for a prolonged period of time, but I digress. Then there's this massive gap that she's got to make up for since she's super short. I mean, no matter how fast she runs straight for it and throws her entire body weight up, it's not enough to propel her high enough, which is why she grabs her daggers that she brought from home, impales it to the side of the cliff, hoists herself up, and then she fucking makes it. Yeah. I will say it's pretty anticlimactic. And they were like, for 2 weeks, you're gonna die here. Say goodbye to mommy and daddy, bitch, you're toast. And then she's like, hee hee, I've got a kitchen knife and I'm gonna use some silly string. Ah, I made it. Okay, but like she does kind of slam onto the cliffside, so there's that. She gets to the top where all the other cadets who have made it are standing, and the wing leaders, all 4 of them, are there to watch their cadets. And Riri is hugging Violet when a baby voice is screaming towards them. She's breaking the rules.
Oh, shut
Violet
up.
looks up. It's one of the wing leaders, Amber Mavis. She used to be super close with Dan, maybe too close, but that was last year. She is the wing leader for the third wing, and she looks pissed. She's booking it, marching straight up to Zayden, who could care less about her existence. She's freaking cheating. She used 2 foreign materials twice on the course. Garrick, Zayden's right-hand man, relic tattoo, rebel tattoo. I don't take it lightly when someone is calling my cadet in my section a cheater. And it is our wing leader to decide if a cadet is breaking the rules on his own wing. Step out of line, Amber. Ooh. Amber's eyes are about to be as red as her hair, okay? She looks like she could kill somebody. Zayden, on the other hand, looks bored. He turns to Violet to ask her to explain. I accept a 30-second penalty for the usage of the rope. What? Are you kidding me? You should be freaking disqualified. You cheated. Violet stares straight at hysterical Amber. A rider may only bring to the quadrant the items they can carry on their person across the bridge. Once they have crossed, they are considered part of their person. Are you fucking quoting the Codex book to me?
Yes.
That's for thievery, you stupid. Correct. However, Amber, the rules are the rules. This is a dagger that I brought across the bridge. It belongs to me. It is part of my person. And so I can bring it onto the obstacle course and use it as I would use my own limbs. It is a part of my person. Zayden stares at Violet, then at Amber. Unfortunately for you, Amber, it seems like she's got you beat on that point. You know it's cheating. She's bending the codes to her favor. But she did not break any codes, did she? So if you're done here, Amber has to be practically dragged out by members of her own wing, and Zayden is just staring at Violet, glaring honestly, which isn't he the freaking one that told her the right way is not the only way? What is he so pissy about? He looks down at her hands. Take care of the mess. She looks down and her palms are freaking leaking blood. About 10 died in the presentation, the gauntlet. And even with Violet's penalty with the 30 seconds for using the rope, the squad comes in 11 out of 36, which is not bad, which means they are the 11th squad to present themselves to the dragons. Here's the way it works. The dragons, all 100 of them have come out and are lined up on the field. Each squad will walk in a single...
Dragons are here right now?
Yes.
Finally!
Squad. Also, I did have my suspicions while I was reading this book that the author was writing for an adaptation of a movie, because the dragons are not that frequently in at least the first half of the book. They're like barely there. So now we're finally getting the dragons. I'm like, I've been waiting for you. This is a dragon school. I thought they'd just be hanging out in the cafeteria. Where have you been? So anyway, the dragons, they're going to walk across the field where the dragons are, and they are told not to approach the dragons unless they want to die. Just walk past. Don't make eye contact. This is the time for the dragons to see if there's anyone even worth their time to show up to the threshing. Each dragon averages about 25 feet tall, and they're going to kill whichever cadet they think is insulting to even be brought in front of them. But also, whoever they feel like, for shits and giggles, sharts and gaggles, okay? After the presentation, Violet's squad lines up and is led to the dragons. A few tips. 1, stay 7 feet apart from each other because, well, if a dragon doesn't like one of you, you're going to get torched and you don't want to be collateral, right? And then just another reminder, death is constantly looming around the corner, okay? Now, just before the walk to the path, Luca, the annoying one in their squad, has another freaking question. Honestly, everybody in their squad is sick of her shit. She's just insufferable, and she thinks that tearing other people down is the best way to get ahead. I heard there's a feathertail. Everybody whips around. A feathertail dragon? They're the most non-combative, not fierce dragons out there. They never bond with any riders. Actually, humans haven't seen a feathertail in probably centuries. In fact, they're never part of threshing. Bonding with one right now during this war would mean that you have less powers, and in return, less likely to stay alive. But Garrick just shrugs it off. Perhaps the feathertail is just curious to see what kind of show lot you guys are. Walk single file, stay on the path,
Right.
Don't make eye contact.
In the line of dragons, there's one of them is Feathertail.
Yeah, it's like a little pug. Like a little
pug?
cutie patootie dragon.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they look like?
Like a cute little bird. A golden bird.
It's not a dragon.
It is, but they're really small. 10 feet tall. The other dragons are at least 25 feet tall.
Aww.
Yeah, they're cute.
They're little cutie patootie.
Little cutie patooties, but
What-
also you don't want to
Can
bond
they
with
kill
one.
kill humans too?
Nobody knows. Nobody has really seen a feathertail.
Aww.
They're so mysterious.
So these are just a random bunch of dragons just showed up?
all the species of dragons.
Oh, so they all look like all sorts of looks?
Oh, yeah.
That shit-
They got
that's
all
so
sorts
fun.
of vibes, yeah. I mean, perhaps the feather tail is just curious. So stay in the single file line. Don't make eye contact. Don't interact. You walk all the way to the end. Turn around and walk back. If you can't follow these simple directions, then the dragons can have at you. And I would advise that you talk to each other. What? Talk. Dragons want to see if you grow bonds with those around you. They're going to judge you on your relationship with your squad. Only look at the dragons if they're showing off their tails. Otherwise, keep it moving. They start making their way downtown, walking fast. Dragons pass, and I'm homebound. They start walking, and everything smells like sulfur, burnt, charred sulfur. So that's great. But you can't look scared because no dragon wants urine-drenched little abyss to bond with. Violet and Riri are walking in front of each other, so that's good. They're bonding and walking, but the others of the squad, some of them are being downright obnoxious and arrogant. By the way, dragons can understand English. Even though the dragons can hear them. At the very end, they come across the feather tail. The feather tail, the smallest of them, maybe 10 feet tall, right? Fully gold, shimmering. It's beautiful, like a mini golden dragon, almost like a golden dragon egg, but in dragon form. But the dragon is not a combat dragon. It's not a dragon that can save you in times of war dragon. I don't even know if the dragon can support your weight during long flights.
That's crazy.
10 feet? I'm sure they can.
Luca
I mean, they
is
probably
sneering at the dragon. Look at it. It's a fucking yellow. You know what that means, don't you? It doesn't even deserve a real pigmented color. The more pigmented a color, the more powerful. That's why.
Didn't we just say that dragon can understand English and this dumb bitch is talking shit in front of... Ultimately, it's still a dragon. It's still a dragon. You gonna talk shit in front of a creature that can swallow you in one bite? Ooh, that is dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. I mean, damn, girl. Do you really want to live? What the fuck?
The black dragon is the most powerful. The black dragon is not there, by the way. It's not trying to bond. Sawyer keeps walking, but wonders, perhaps it's a baby? No, there's no way. The other dragons would never allow another baby to bond. Besides, humans have never even gotten to see a baby dragon. Ever. In history. The other nasty squad members start snickering with each other. Well, perfect to bond with Violet, since you're both weak. Everyone freezes for a second. It is one thing to be called weak, but another thing to be called weak in front of dragons.
Wow.
That is life or death.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
when everyone call you one person weak in front of drag. But I would think that's more insulting to the Feathertail. Like, they're just calling Feathertail weak.
Yeah, and also, if you're going around calling people weak, you're weak. Yeah, so much for squad makes. Lucas smirks.
That's
What?
crazy.
He's just saying out loud what the whole squad is thinking, Violet. Do you have a problem with that? I mean, it's logical, no? Your hair is half silver and you're petite, shiny and small. Perfect match for the golden Feathertail. They keep walking while Tynan, another guy, spits. Someone needs to kill it before it bonds. It's going to kill whoever bonds with it. And if it bonds with one of us, we don't get to say no. But halfway through, the whole group stops dead in their tracks and it feels like they're thrown into an incinerator and the whole field feels scorching hot. One of their squad mates, the one right in front of Rhiannon, gets incinerated by a dragon.
Well, yes. Y'all are disrespectful as
Right.
fuck.
Okay.
Rhiannon has to show no fear, step over their dead squad mate's body to keep walking. From behind, Violet can hear Luca complain, "Oh God, the smell." She whips around. Can you just for once in your life show some fucking respect for other people? But before she can turn back, Rydick, another cadet, a nice one, his face is pale. Violet can already feel it. She feels the hot dragon's breath on the back of her neck, and she slowly turns around, and there's not one but two green dragons staring at her. Shit. Green dragons are known to be the most reasonable. However, when you should greet that, you should lower your heads. Or at least, right? That's what she remembers reading somewhere. She lowers her eyes, and they keep nudging her with their giant noses. She's got to tighten her cord and not fall over, but they keep basically, essentially booping her on the chest with their giant dragon noses. Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, shit. Violet realizes what's going on. You smell Tien, right? They stare at her with their golden little eyes. Violet lifts up her shirt. I'm Mira's sister, Violet. She collected Tien's scales and made this for me so that she could sew them to make a vest and keep me safe. Her sister's dragon is a green-tailed dragon.
Oh.
One of the green dragons shoves its giant nose up to her vest and gives it a good sniff.
They're just like giant puppies. Is
Yeah.
that what's going on?
The scales have saved me, but nobody knows they're in there. Just Mira and Tien. They both blink at her, and they slowly retreat back to their positions, and Violet is free to walk again. When they're a few paces away, Lucas snorts. Honestly, I thought they were going to incinerate you, and I would have been all for it.
Oh, shut
Rydick
up.
grunts. Luca, you're intolerable. And boom, another blast of heat. Shit, please don't be Rydick. Please don't be Rydick. Then they keep walking. Rydick's voice booms. I guess the dragons find her insufferable too.
Who? The annoying girl?
Luca died.
Ah.
It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. October 1st of every single year is the day of the threshing. The day when dragons decide if the cadets who risk their lives for a few months straight are worthy of bonding with. And if you're not worthy, I don't know what's worse, to have to redo this whole year or to get incinerated by a dragon. I don't know. Anyway, you can just be killed by another cadet as well, just for pissing them off. They can take it out on you during threshing. There are no rules in threshing. Nobody can intervene, no general, no
threshing?
commander. Threshing, you go into a giant valley and the dragons will come find you if they want to bond with you. Or they can kill you, or you can kill each other.
So they have all these like random steps to go through, right? So is this the final step or is there more?
There's more. I will say it's very soft magic in this world where I don't clearly understand, because you know how certain worlds customs are done for specific reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why threshing, they can't just line them up and the dragons be like, that one.
Yeah.
Like there's no one told me why you guys can just kill each other
Yeah.
in the threshing when clearly they're lacking manpower on the battlefield. So you would think that a country or a kingdom would be more conservative with
Right?
murder, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Don't ask me questions. I'm just here for the vibes. Each cadet is armed with a long sword, so it's like, you know, it's about to go down. They're enabling it. Professor K gives the cadets all in black with giant swords strapped onto their backs a few wise words of advice. If a dragon has already selected you to bond, they will call for you. But if you don't hear them, they may change their minds. It's not audible. It's more of a feeling. If your feeling tells you to go towards a dragon, do it. If it tells you to go away from one, I highly advise you do that too. The chances that a dragon chooses a rider by this point are lower than riders approaching dragons asking to be bonded. By this point, Violet's sister Mira already knew which dragon she wanted to approach, but for some reason, Violet doesn't feel any sort of specific pull towards one dragon or the other, which that alone is stressing her the fork out. She studied the species and the specific dragons of each one that's going to be at the threshing, but none of them are calling to her. Meanwhile, Riri seems to be intrigued by one of the green ones that approached Violet the day at the presentation, and now the threshing begins. Riri gives Violet a hug and they split up. The statistics are clear. Dragons do not like groups. Yeah. Perhaps you appear too weak, too scared to be on your own. They all just are supposed to run through the valley and find their dragon. But the first hour or so, Violet has come across at least every color of dragon. Every now and then she'll see a dragon and a rider shoot up to the sky, indicating that they've bonded. Or other times she'll see big puffs of smoke, indicating that a dragon just murdered a human. And then boom, Violet runs almost headfirst into a dragon. And something about it, she can feel it in her heart. This is not her dragon. She's not sure how or what that feeling is from, but she can feel it. She lowers her gaze and starts slowly moving backwards. The dragon gets in her face, gives her an angry huff, but then basically caca's away out of there, okay? Very close call. And it's only stressing Violet out more. If you do not find a dragon by sunfall, you are unmatched. Violet decides to shift gears this time. She starts climbing up a tree. And she's like, maybe I get up on the tree.
Oops. I always forget.
And I look for the vibes. The vibe tells me to go this way, I go that way, right? She's a little compass. She scales the branches and she sees a few greens, nothing. She sees a red or two, nothing. I mean, nothing is calling for her. No one is calling for her. And then she sees a flash of yellow. Like when you walk by a mirror too quickly, and it's the yellow dragon, the golden one,
yellow
the
dragon.
feather tail. Violet keeps searching until her eyes fall on a group walking towards her, well, under her. And Violet is confused because you're not supposed to be in groups right now. And she sees 3 people in a group. Jack, Oren, and Tianan. Tianan is the guy from her own squad at the presentation where he talked about killing the golden feather tail, remember?
Are they going to try to kill the
They're
dragon?
Oh my god, they're trying to kill the... What a loser. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Tianan is like, I told you, I saw it go this way. Oren sounds the most hesitant. Are you sure this is the best way to use our time right now? Don't we need to be finding our own dragons? What if they bond with... Jack cuts him off. Our fucking dragons are not going to bond with any of these losers. I'm just saying, if we get caught doing this, we're so screwed. Violet is so confused. How confident can they be to believe a dragon will bond with them after they kill one of their own?
Literally.
But maybe, I don't know, dragons are ruthless. Maybe They also know that the feather tail is weak. I don't know. Jack doesn't care. It doesn't fucking matter, okay? It's unwritable. It doesn't deserve to be here, and it should have thought again before showing up to threshing. Feathertails hate violence. They refuse to fight. Which, first of all, I don't know where Jack is getting this information, because apparently feathertails are the most mysterious of the dragons. They don't interact with humans. They barely ever leave the Vale, which is where the dragons live, inside of Navarre, remember? They don't typically bond with riders because they typically do not engage in combat, and maybe it's their small size. Maybe they hate violence. We don't know.
I mean, I thought she was gonna get a black dragon, but maybe she's gonna get a gold one. Question mark?
Okay, it's not up for them to decide. Violet realizes they're headed in the direction that she saw the golden feathertail go, which means she doesn't have much time right now. She can't just sit here and let them kill a feathertail, a dragon, just because they seem weak. They know nothing about the feathertail to begin with. Violet goes full on Captain Save-A-Ho. Captain Save a Dragon. She jumps from the tree branch, almost breaks her ankle in the process, so that's great. And then on that injured ankle, she starts booking it towards the golden dragon. She sees it just standing alone in the opening of the woods, almost taking in the sun, alone, vulnerable, sunbathing. It's beautiful. But unless it suddenly becomes aggressive, homicidal, and breathes fire like a hibachi grill, it's gonna be bad news. Violet tries to slowly approach the dragon, because again, it could still kill humans.
Yeah,
Violet whispers,
it's still a dragon.
Get out of here. They're going to try and kill you. Please leave. The golden dragon looks towards Violet and cocks its head. Please leave. They're going to hurt you. Go, run, now, fly. The dragon is just staring at her, blinking, and the tail is moving, swishing back and forth like a little golden retriever. So, great. Okay, great. They're all going to die. Right at that moment, the three guys with the swords show up, and the golden dragon lets out a really, really weak, small, like a growl. And Jack smirks. It'll be over before you know it. The dragon does not scorch them. It does not fly away. It does nothing but back up and growl a little louder, but not much louder. It's gonna die, and Violet can't let it happen, so she gets up, reveals herself from her little hiding spot in the bushes, simultaneously grabbing two daggers and holding them out in front of her. Stop. But her appearance has only made Jack even more excited, more bloodthirsty. This is two birds, one stone for this guy. Literally. He almost laughs while waving his sword around, pointed at Violet and the golden feathertail. Violet is whispering to the dragon behind her, go, fly, now, run. You can't kill a dragon. Why not? A weak dragon will only be incapable of fighting and hurt us in the end. Well, I'm not going to let you. Weak. There's a brief staring competition. Violet isn't dumb. She knows this is a death sentence. There's three of them at the same time. They have at least collectively over 200 pounds on her and swords, and they're better fighters, okay? Meanwhile, the golden feathertail is not flying away. Jack looks Violet up and down like she's a pathetic little speed bump.
Hope you're well. I've always enjoyed watching all your Stephanie Sue video on YouTube, and I'm so glad I finally made it into a live stream. Also, great pronounce of my name. I wasn't sure if it was Sibu Siwi or Sibu Siwe. I'm glad that I didn't butcher your name, and I'm also glad that you made it to a live. I'm currently turning myself into Rudolph the red-nosed deer for Christmas. That's that.
Perfect for us. The three guys lift their swords, and a booming voice from behind a tree. A figure comes out. I would strongly recommend everyone take a moment to rethink what you're about to do. Out from behind a tree comes Xaden. And behind him, a giant blue dragon with yellow eyes basically side-eyeing the three guys. It's his dragon, Sigale. For the first time ever, seeing Xaden gives Violet hope, not sheer terror or annoyance.
It would give me hope
she remembers the rules. The ones Dane told her over and over and over again. Whatever happens at threshing, happens at threshing. Nobody, including Violet's own mother, can interfere with what happens at threshing.
Yeah, but she's gonna be fine. Okay. She's the main character.
And if General Sorengale, one of the most powerful people in Navarre, can't do anything, then Xaden stands no chance. He can just watch. That's it. And it's pretty clear Jack studied the rules too. There's no bluffing here. He doesn't even turn to look at Xaden. He's focused on Violet and the Golden Dragon. And what if we've made our choice, Wing Leader? There's nothing you can do to stop us, is there? It's not me that you'll have to worry about after this is all said and done. Right? Everyone turns to Sigale, who's watching with hatred in her eyes. She can't stop them either right now because she's part of Xaden, but afterwards she can fucking do whatever the fuck she wants to them.
Right? I mean, ultimately, how fucking slow you have to be to think that just because a dragon, it's a dragon. Doesn't matter if it's 10 feet or if 11 or 14 feet tall. It is still a fucking dragon. Damn motherfuckers are dumb. It's very stupid to think, oh yeah, just a dragon. It looks weak. We should kill it. Like, some people really just don't want to live because that sounds absolutely crazy to me. You have no reason to kill a dragon. It's still a dragon. Even if it didn't seem that it had any kind of fighting spirit and it acted like a golden retriever, it is still a dragon. I don't get it. It's fucking stupid. It's very stupid.
Dragon.
Yeah.
So the big dragon just go, oh, and then they're all dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why would they continue?
Yeah.
Because they can.
Right?
I guess they were hoping that they pair up with another dragon, and the dragon, I don't know. Again,
And also, like she said, if the other dragons learn that these three dumbass try to kill one of their own, there is no reason for them to ever bond. Like, you try to kill one of us and you think we're gonna bond with your bitch ass? No! No logic. I hope they die
Violet
soon.
tries to shout at the dragon behind her again. So we're not flying today? Goldie? Do you mind popping out a claw or two just for show then? The dragon makes a cute little noise and she looks down and the dragon has paws, not claws. Paws.
This is not a dragon.
It's my dog in a dragon costume. It's Mango in a dragon costume.
Pause is crazy.
Violet turns back in time just to see Jack screaming towards her with his sword up. She does not hesitate for once. And she throws her dagger and it lands deep inside Jack's shoulder. He hits the ground screaming. Then Oren and Tynan tag team her, just booking it, running towards her full force. She flings her second dagger at Tynan, cuts his thigh, but he's still running through the open wound. Great, the guy is like on bath salts or something. Tynan runs up to her, slices his sword against her stomach. It would have killed her, disemboweled her, but remember, dragon scale vanish.
Dragon
Do you know what I mean?
scale.
Don't get me wrong. It's like a bulletproof vest. You're going to have nasty, nasty bruises afterwards, but hopefully you don't die. Tynan is confused. Jack is screaming at them to finish her while he's scooting away. He's running. So there's that. Tynan tries again, but the sword does nothing. Violet digs her dagger into his side, and while he's dazed, she goes in for Oren, elbowing him in the face and just like WWE that Like, really now? We got dragons and we're still going full Dana White on these people? Come on now. We can do better. But while she's focused on Oren, Tynan uses his sword to slice Violet's arm open, and she screams, grabs her arm, and Oren is about to cut off her head, but she feels multiple things step forward, like peripheral vision. The golden feather tail bares all its teeth. Oren drops the sword and scoots back, giving Violet the chance to use the blunt part of her dagger to basically pistol whip the guy and knock his
what did
ass out.
golden do?
Just growled, showing its teeth.
Oh.
But they weren't scared
And
a
now
second ago.
Tynan gets back up and he's pissed. Meanwhile, Xaden is giving Violet instructions on how to fight. You're breaking the rules, wing leader. I'm not interfering, I'm just narrating. Interesting. Violet has no idea why Xaden suddenly cares if she lives or dies. Or maybe he's just protecting the golden dragon. I don't know. She glances over, and that makes sense because Sigel, his dragon, looks pissed off that someone tried to kill another dragon, and she's got a
That's
death glare
what
on
I'm
Tynan.
thinking.
Now, Tynan is bloodied, but he spits at Violet. Your arm is shot, Sorengale. Are you ready to bleed out? You thought because I didn't aim for your heart, I didn't think? I know where I cut you. You're going to bleed out unless you get to a healer. So run off, and I'm going to give you a chance. Violet knows she can't because the golden dragon will die.
It's like the feeling is like it's kind of high stake, but not that high stake because there's so many people watching this. And there's a dragon behind her. Like, you know, I feel like nothing's gonna happen.
Ultimately,
I will say it's
justice will be
definitely a
served.
comfort fantasy, like a cozy fantasy.
It's not that dangerous.
It's not that high stakes, you know, it's just like, it's like the first book of Harry Potter. Like, we're just fucking around at Hogwarts.
Yeah. Come on, this golden doodle's gotta do something,
The
right?
golden doodle's got... Tynan grabs his sword with both hands and he's about to go for the killing blow when he steps forward and a gust of wind slams him back on the ground and the sword is flung from his hands. She looks and she sees Xaden step forward, but then he flies away with Sigel.
What? Wait, what
she
what
looks
exactly
up.
just
The
happened?
black
I'm so
dragon!
sorry.
The black dragon! The black
He drops
dragon!
his sword because there's a huge gust of wind.
It's the
And
black
she
dragon!
sees briefly Xaden step forward, and then he flies off, and there's just a giant
Was I
black
right?
dragon standing over
I
them.
fucking knew
The black
it.
dragon.
She's
has
gonna get a
come
black dragon.
Standing where?
over them, right next to them.
And Zayden just flew away?
Yeah.
Why?
We'll find out later.
How big is a black dragon?
Big.
Violet comes up to the black dragon's ankle. It's like triple the size of all the other dragons.
Even the blue one.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like 25 times 3, 75 feet tall?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
70.
mountain. And then there's the golden dragon still there?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
What?
It's golden dragon's boyfriend.
That's a weird size difference. No.
No.
Daddy?
Daddy? The only other black dragon other than General Melgrens has arrived. Step aside, Silver One. It's a deep male voice. Violet hesitates for a second.
And you talk to her? That's her dragon. There you go. Boom! She's getting a big black dragon. And it's not a metaphor for something else. Good for her. I hope she enjoys riding that big black D. I approve.
Did the dragon just talk to her? Dragons don't talk to humans unless...
Unless...
Yes, you, Silver One. Move. Violet limps to the
I'm
side
so
and a scorching
excited.
hot flame shoots out, incinerates Tynan, and the dragon turns to her. Oh, shit. She's next, okay? The eyes are the
is she
size
dumb?
of a giant window just studying Violet. I advise you to end the unconscious one. Violet stares down at Oren, who's knocked out. She shakes her head. She thinks about it, but she doesn't say it out loud. She can't kill someone who's unconscious.
Wait. Oh, sorry. To get it straight, is the black one trying to bound with her right now?
Okay, what would I do if I get one of the most rare and powerful and epic, legendary, big-ass black dragon telling me to kill somebody who just tried to kill me? Considering the place where she is and the kind of environment that she's been in the past few months, I think, or whatever, I feel like you get desensitized a little bit by death. So I might do it. Would I be able to sleep at night? Probably not. But the black dragon told me to do it and I don't want to die. So I probably would do it. Damn. I'm not a very good person. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, she got herself a big ass black D. She's gonna be riding that big ass thing all day and night. Yay. Good for her. We listen and we don't judge.
No.
Oh.
Giving her advice. Kill that one. Kill Oren.
But why did she say she can't hear dragons unless?
They bond with her.
Unless they bond
Yeah,
with
so
her.
the black
love.
one's bounding with
Oh,
her.
bonding. I thought you
Yes.
said battling. Yeah, bonding.
Are they bounded already?
No,
Or...
she doesn't know. She's
Well,
confused.
she doesn't know, yeah.
Oh.
She doesn't realize.
The black one tells her, "You know he would kill you in a heartbeat."
Facts.
But I'm not him. The dragon doesn't break eye contact from Violet. So like, are we a thing? Okay. The dragon instructs her to stop bleeding, which a great suggestion if I could. Violet's like, oh yeah, I could. She rips up her shirt and wraps it around and makes a makeshift wrap for her wound. The dragon looks at her and they're just staring at each other. The dragon does not open its mouth or move its lips, but it starts speaking to Violet. Let's go, Violet Sorengale.
Woo! Let's fucking go!
Choose her! Get on my back. Yeah, okay, that's the easy part, isn't it? She couldn't climb a chimney without extra help. How the hell is she gonna climb up a dragon's back? She tries to
That's a
scale
good
the
question.
dragon, but it doesn't work. And instead of deeming her not worthy, it helps her onto his back.
Wait, where's the golden doodle?
Still there. And then she's like, wait, the golden doodle. I can't just leave him. What if Jack or Oren wakes back up? The black dragon nods, and the gold one, it launches into flight. It flies. That would have been great an hour ago. Okay,
Right?
wouldn't have it. And the two lift into flight. The black dragon telepathically tells her, my name is Tyrnianak, descended from the cunning Demadin line, but Tyrn will
Tyrnianak.
do for now.
Here?
Tyrn?
Tern. Terran?
Pain. There's no time to even process any of that because Violet is about to fall off the dragon. There's barely a place to grip and sit on the dragon. And it's not like a horse with a saddle. You're just holding onto some dragon's feathers, hoping that the dragon doesn't get pissed off or the feathers don't shed, okay?
Blood.
Even if you bond with the dragon, they will test you as a rider. As they fly out of the threshing, they will do spins. They'll fly at their fastest speed because bonding with a human that cannot keep up with you is a liability for the dragon, but also an insult. If the human falls off, they fall to their death. And just like that, Violet loses her grip and she's in free fall, falling off Tiern. But as Violet accepts death, her body gets jerked upwards and she hears the words, "Stop it, you're making us look bad."
Oh.
She's in Tiern's claw now and he helps her back.
Man, I would be ashamed, okay? You got the baddest bitch in the sky. Can you please get your shit together? I don't care if you're bleeding to death. Get your shit together. The dragon is right. You're giving them a bad rep. Oh my god. You get a bad bitch and you're fumbling so hard. I'm so disappointed. I need her to fucking stand up. Stand up, bitch. Stand up. Be proud. Make your mama proud. Because, ain't no way her mama ain't gonna be proud after this. I hope her mom, well, I don't know if her mom is gonna lay off of her, but as if I was her mama, I would be like, I knew she had it in her. That's why I made damn sure that she would die. Because I knew she wouldn't. I'm a good mom. Ultimately, I just think that she probably needs a medic. Because it's probably not that easy to hold your grip on a fucking dragon with half an arm. I will give her a tiny amount of grace for that, but that's it though. She ain't getting more because I still need her to get her shit together and make Mama and Black D proud. Hi, Sildis. Merry Christmas. The makeup looks good. Thank you. The lashes will always make it look, And the only thing left to do is the highlighter and the lips. Yay! But I do have to love and leave you. I have a shift at work and I have to prepare. Just woke up. Well, I'm so happy that you came by, Siwi, and I hope to see you again in another stream. Have a good day at work. And what time is it? Merry Christmas in advance. Mwah.
Onto his back, which again, this is wild. No dragon ever does this because she has never dies syndrome. Okay, he is one of the deadliest dragons in all of Navarre, and she can't even stay on his back. Clearly, she does not deserve to be bonded with him, and he's been so picky, refusing to bond with anyone since his previous rider died. He hasn't even been seen in the past 5 years by a human. But he tells her, "Hold on this time, or else nobody will believe that I made the choice to bond with you."
Facts.
Did you not practice? Of course I practice, but it's really not that easy, okay? Do you know how large you are? I'm not strong like some of the other riders.
Wow.
I know exactly what you are, Violet.
Oh my god. Aren't you supposed to look strong in front of everything that she's doing in the past 2 minutes is pissing me off. Stand up. Get your shit together. You're not supposed to demean yourself in front of a dragon. You're supposed to look strong so that they don't regret their fucking choices. You're supposed to look like you are her. You got the baddest bitch. Stop fumbling. Get your shit together. Oh my god. This is so frustrating.
Sorengale. And in that moment, she feels her muscles lock up. He's locked her in place so that she does not fall off. And that just makes her feel even more guilty. Tiern is using his energy and powers to keep her from falling off.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Violet looks around. Other dragons are doing 365 turns in the air, like those fighter jets, but cooler, obviously. And a rider screams and falls off. The dragon does not save her, like Tiern saves Violet. Tiern tells her to hold on, or at least pretend to, because they end up putting on a show for everyone to make it seem like, Tiern willingly chose Violet. He's like whipping through the air, just doing all that crazy shit. Yeah. And they're about to descend onto the massive field where all the other bonded dragons and their riders have landed. All the first years have bonded, and there's a group of scribes keeping track of who bonded with which dragon, and Violet's mom is in the crowd, along with other powerful generals. Violet needs to know before they land, though, because once they land, she doesn't know if she can talk to Tyrion. Why did you choose me? You saved her. He cocks his head, and Violet turns around to see the little golden
was the boyfriend
noodles.
right? Was the husband right? And that's like his boo? Did Violet save the big black D's boo? Because that's kind of cute. Aww. But still, is that the only reason that she's worthy? I mean, I guess it's not a bad reason.
Struggling to fly as fast as Tyrion, keeping up. But dragons don't care for that. They care for strength and cunning. Are you telling me what I care for right now? You are the most cunning of your year. You defend the smallest with ferocity and bravery. Courage is the most important thing, more than physical strength.
Dang, why am I getting emotional?
Violet realizes right before they land, though, that she never asked the why me question out loud. She had only thought it.
Well, yes,
So
girl,
connected.
you
They're
bonded,
in each other's
dumbass.
minds. They're bonded, which means she also has no more privacy. And she hears Tyrion tell her, "You will never be alone again." Which is great, but also kind of sounds like a threat.
Right?
So they land, and the whole field is pretty quiet because
Wait, hold on. Do we know what's going on with the golden doodle?
we're about to find out.
Got it, okay.
Everyone is first in awe of the black dragon. Seeing one up close and personal, even the professors look shocked. Tyrion wasn't supposed to be here today. Then everyone stares at Violet. How the hell? Right as Violet hops off Tyrion, she has to go tell the roll keepers Tyrion's first name, like full name, Tyrion. That's how you seal the bond. The golden dragon lands right next to Tyrion under his wing, and Violet says out loud, "I'm glad you're fine, but next time you could just fly when you're in danger. You know, that'd be great, yeah?" But in her head, she hears a high-pitched, sweet voice. "Perhaps I stayed for you." Violet looks confused.
Excuse me? Did she bonded with two dragons? Nah, this bitch is seriously fucked up. Good for her, but that's kind of overkill. But I mean, honestly, because of the way the golden dragon was interacting with her, I had a suspicion that they would probably like, bond. I feel like that's not crazy. But still. But then when the black dragon arrived, and I was like, never mind the gold dragon, she's getting a big black D. But I guess she's also getting a cute little gold one. Oh, ooh. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna read them books, I might actually read them books. Cause like I'm kind of invested. Plus we all know she's gonna end up with the son of the great betrayer. So there's that. I wonder how Dean is gonna take it. I feel like there's gonna be some dumb shit happening because of that. From your South African sis to my French Canadian sis, Merry Christmas. By the way, I'm definitely going to try and copy this makeup look. The lashes. Merry Christmas, Joy Day. Damn, bro, the delay is crazy. The delay is crazy. I feel like I said that like 5 minutes ago. But still, I hope you see this message. From South African sis, yay! From South Africa to Montreal. I love how YouTube is so fucking global. Anyway, see ya.
And concerned.
Violet got double dragons?
She tries to tell the dragon, "Please, you're not allowed to talk to humans that are not your rider. You're gonna get in trouble."
Girl.
The dragon cocks her head at Violet and lets her walk off to the roll keeper. Everyone is quiet as Violet walks. Even her mom is staring at her. No concern for her well-being, nothing. Honestly, her eyes look more suspicious than anything.
Suspicious?
She's practically doubting how Violet was able to get Tyrion bonded with her. Bruh. Even General Melgren, the commanding general of the Navarians, the only one above Lilith Sorengale, her mom, is staring at Tyrion, assessing the situation. The roll keeper stares at the black dragon, then back at Violet, then back at the black dragon, and then gulps. "Please tell me the name of the dragon who chose you." "Tyrion." The roll keeper smiles and whispers, "I can't believe he chose you. He's such a legend." Violet gives a short smile before another voice fills her head. "Andarna."
I
Violet
knew it,
turns
she
her
has
head over to
to!
the black and gold dragon sitting next to each other, staring at her. Tell her we bonded, please. Violet stares at Tyrn. Tyrn, what do I tell her? The role keeper is staring at Violet. Do you need a mender or a healer? Are you okay?
She needs another dragon.
And Darna.
Ah!
And everyone stops.
Bruh.
It's quiet.
Bruh.
Both or
Yeah, bitch.
both? And all
that's-
hell breaks loose.
What is going on?
I mean,
that
again,
is-
she's the main character, so of course some fuck shit was gonna happen. I was not expecting a double D though. I was not expecting the double D, which is pretty fucking cool. Like, I thought they would kind of sort of maintain some sort of friendship in a way where like the gold dragon didn't bond with her, but she would still have some sort of like little nice little poodle ally or whatever. Two dragon bonding with her? That sounds fucking epic. That sounds amazing. I wonder how many times in the history of this world that has happened. Nah, girl. Woo, sheesh. That's crazy. I feel like if I read the book, it's gonna be even more crazy. But just hearing about it, I'm like, damn. Slay. She came, she saw, she fought, and she slayed. Yes. I'm happy. I wanna bathe in the epicness of this moment. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So, plus a bunch of her ups. Okay, so I think she only has one up left. The dude that tried to push her off the bridge the first day. The son of the great betrayer is clearly not an up. Because if he was, he would have killed her already. Her mom and the general. I wonder if the general is going to feel like emasculated or whatever. Less powerful. I feel like there's a lot of implication there. Okay, I'm going to continue the story.
Where I leave you.
Wait, you can't. What's
What?
going on?
She's bonded with two dragons.
You're not gonna tell me what's the situation?
Man,
She's bonded with two
my makeup
dragons.
is over, but like I was ready to
But
continue.
why?
They
Who-
both chose her.
You can do that?
It's up to the dragon. Dragons be choosing.
But the big one allowed, the black one allowed the golden doodle to do this?
It seems like the black one seems very protective of the golden one for some
Yeah.
reason. Like a daddy.
Like
yeah.
or a sibling.
What?
Yeah, you're about to find out.
It's
It's
kind
about
of
to
like
get crazy.
cheating, but okay.
So,
But you're gonna tell us later?
yes, it's not like that climactic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a crazy cliffhanger, guys.
But that's kind
Doesn't
of
matter.
cheating,
It's still
no?
big.
But guys, stay tuned for next week's part 3 of Fourth Wing. Let me know in the comments. Have you read the second book? Are you guys waiting on the third book that's yet to come out? Let me know, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Well. Her hot enemy is forced to be her bodyguard and defend her when everyone wants her dead. Oh la la. Honestly, like I said, good for her. Good for her. Clearly, there's like a few people, excluding Dean, who saw her potential and believed in her and saw that she could do it. She had it in her. She had that dog in her. And dog indeed, because the bitch got two dragons. I really want to know more about the lore of the place. Like, how many people gets to ride 2D? How often does that happen? Because I feel like it probably doesn't happen often. And she now I feel like I'm gonna have to do a get ready with me super soon because I have to know. I have to know. Like, the rest. And I don't know, because I usually space my get ready with me. Although I think that's my second this week. Or at least in a week, which is like rare. But still, oh my god. good. She got two dragons. Call her Daenerys Targaryen. Plus, she got the silver hair and shit. Nah, that's crazy. But I'm happy for her. I mean, I hated how she started. She felt like she was weak and shit, but she definitely. I mean, to be fair. Oh shit, I'm not supposed to do that. She got help. You know. Oh my god. She got help. She has like a little bit of privilege in a way where like her family names helps a lot. But still, outside of poisoning everybody that she's supposed to fight, a little bit like a coward, but I do understand. Um, I would say that so far she probably proved herself. But I still feel like she's gonna need to do way more by herself if she wants to survive this world, because she's gotten her a lot of help so far. In a way. I don't know. Anyway, anywho, my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Deer Christmas makeup is done. Ooh, I like what oh no, it's not done. Yes, I knew I forgot something. I only need to do the little white dots. That's all. I was like, yo, something is missing. The little white dots. You better watch out. You better not cry. Anyway, but like, yeah, I'm very, very, very happy for her. I cannot wait to see where this goes, where we're going with this, and etc. 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 Like, I think this shit is gonna be fucking peak, and I cannot wait to watch the third part on my next Get Ready With Me, which is gonna be when I don't know, but hoping it's gonna be soon, and we're gonna have some fun. But until then, I didn't finish like fully my makeup look, but if you want to see my fully done makeup look, you can always come back later. I'm most likely gonna stream video games. So like, yeah, you're gonna see the full finished makeup look, but this is like almost finished. The only thing missing are literally the little white dots. But this is all like the 90% finished makeup look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys enjoyed that stream. Merry Christmas to everybody who's gonna watch that video tomorrow. And yeah, I actually had a lot of fun. This stream was way longer than I thought, but I loved it. All right, I'm gonna stop yapping because I want to finish my makeup and I gotta grab something to eat because I'm starving. Mwah! Bye bye.